So, announcement.
Hey!
All right.
If anyone would like to buy us new equipment, we will take your money.
How might we do that? What are the ways that we can do that?
What are the ways that we can do that, Cody?
Well, I don't know. I don't want to put my address out, but we do have a Patreon.
We
You can
do.
check that out, and if you sign up at the Patreon, you'll be entered to win one of these awesome shirts.
Shirt's not a
that
Cody.
I am wearing right now.
I
Yeah.
don't know if they donate enough. We could probably send them him.
We need him.
Just on a temporary basis.
We need him.
We can send him on Tuesdays and Thursdays when we don't have games. Bring him back. Call Eduardo. He spent all of Wednesday buying people.
Okay, so shirts.
Yes, shirts. They're from Noble Dwarf Printing. They do props. And they just had a very successful Kickstarter.
Yeah, they did.
Check them out. They will print maps and letters and props and things like that for you to hand out to your players. Also, apparently, they do shirts. So, depending on what Patreon level you subscribe at, you'll be entered to win one of these shirts after we have a certain number of subscribers.
Speaking of which, on our Patreon, we are almost done with the Hero of the Multiverse this month, which is
awesome.
Beautiful, you guys.
Just in time.
Has anyone tried to has entered at that level yet?
What level?
The world? Oh, okay.
Everyone gets it. No matter what level they get, everyone gets it. Yeah, everyone gets the Hero of the Multiverse. Thank you for not knowing, so I can tell that.
Or was I pretending?
Nope.
No, he didn't.
He genuinely didn't know. So every one of you is going to get at the Patreon our Hero of the Multiverse. It's a specialized character that we make for our patrons every month. We go to the trouble of building it, picking backstories, archetypes, all the things, race, class. And then we give it to you at the level that you put in. So if you're a first level subscriber, you're going to get a first level character. If you're a 20th level subscriber, you're going to get a 20th level character. It's the same character, it's just at different phases in its adventures. So we really want to hear what you've done with it. And our lovely and talented Allison, who will be here all day tomorrow, literally for 12 hours playing, is drawing all of our character art for that this month. And it's gorgeous, guys. It's so pretty.
It looks really neat.
It's so pretty. So that's our Patreon. Go check us out because our lowest donator level is just $1. And that's not even a cup of coffee. So what are you waiting for?
Wow.
Speaking of tomorrow, we are doing a special 12-hour stream for International Tabletop Day. We'll be starting at 12 p.m. noon Eastern Daylight Standard New York or Miami time.
Eastern time.
Eastern time.
Eastern time.
Eastern time. Eastern time.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, man, the name's Random Encounter Productions.
Very fair.
They know what they were getting into.
You have been encountered, and it is random.
It is random. So we have that going on. We also have a new program we're working with Keith.
Yes, we are here at Random Encounter Productions now officially affiliates with Skull Splitter Dice. Woo! Skull Splitter Dice is actually local relatively to us. They are based out of the west coast of Florida, over by Tampa Bay. Oh, look, it's coming into the shot right there, right here below me.
It's over to your that way.
I thought it was.
No, he's. Oh, no, it is below you.
Below me. I know where my cameras are.
I don't know how to funny bunch, okay?
Okay. So with that, they do a lot of really great things. There's going to be a link in the chat. I will say I just got a really awesome set of their metal dice because I'd gotten one of their mystery bags. Really loved it, and it came including with one of the metal dice. I was like, these are really cool. I'm going to get some. And I got these nice metallic chrome dice. They rolled crap with the exception of the percentile just now, but really excited about them. And they're really, really great dice. They're local to Florida. Please support them out. Use the link below. It will help support the stream.
Do they get a discount on those? With that
There's
link?
not necessarily a discount on there, but they are running sales all the time.
There's a discount going now? 20%
Yes.
off.
20% off. So take advantage of this discount. The link below is the thing that will help us. So please help us get some really awesome dice. They've got really great metal cases. They've got really great metal dice. They also have enamel dice. Check them out. They're really, really cool.
They have a pound of dice?
I'm sorry, what?
A pound of dice.
1 pound of dice.
Where I'm going now.
Not the currency that we are using, but a pound of dice.
Hi, hello. I'm going to be buying that right now.
Do it.
I'm going to.
She's actually doing it like right now. I'm
No,
just watching it happen
happening.
as we do it.
So that is that. Patreon. We want to say thank you to the Stream It Forward community who continue to support us and are awesome. And we are doing also a special stream on Saturday, the 5th of May. That is for charity.
It's a charity stream through Dice Bards. We're gonna get you more information on that, and I believe Courtney is in the chat right now. She's one of our mods. And hi. So she can get you more information about that.
Mrs. Sherlock?
Mrs. Sherlock just got married last night. Oh, we love you. So we're gonna be posting more information about that as we go. It's for a great cause. It's for, helping sick children. So you don't want to miss that.
We don't
Internet.
like sick children. That's why we want to help them.
Exactly.
Because I was going to say, who doesn't like sick children? No one likes sick children. Help the stream.
Communists like sick children.
Help us help those tiny children.
There's so many ways that you could say that, and it still sounds wrong no matter how you phrase it.
Phrasing.
I don't like sick children, but we don't like sick children.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Announcements.
I think we're
good.
done.
Man, I hope so. Here we go.
That was for you.
For me. All right. So we are going back to 1888 London, a very different London than the one that we experienced here in our own world. Pushed forward technologically by the development of the analytical and difference engines. They have experienced an explosion of engineering marvels that have spread throughout the century. And London is the largest, grandest city, benefiting most from this technological advancement. As the world continues to grow and develop and expand, the light of civilization begins to creep into the shadows, into the places where the nefarious, the occult, the eldritch would hide. And so our heroes are members of a secret organization known as the Lamplighters, whose job it is to bring light to those dark regions. They have recently encountered a number of nefarious individuals. A specific H.H. Holmes, who had nearly captured and killed two of their members, one and very nearly escaped. Holmes remains on the loose in the city of London. Also tied to a series of disappearances, a Dr. Franz Mesmer III, whose magnetic house of healing nearly enraptured two of their own. And he himself has escaped and remains at large in the city of London. We left off on the 14th of March, 1888. Arthur has given you all the weekend off and through the next week. So it is not until the following Friday, so that would be March 22nd, that you all are contacted once again. While you have that downtime, so what would you guys like to be doing? Some of you have businesses and other endeavors that you do. You are not Lamplighters full-time. Some of you may be. But what sort of personal trouble are you guys getting into during this time?
I actually am trying to figure out if I could have a small shop, like, because I know she has a business and her background says that people work for her. So I would just like to be working, probably.
Okay.
On big projects, trying to get them out of the way.
Okay.
So working.
Okay. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
Write down 8 days, and we will do. If you have a business, we will do a shop check every month.
Every month. Got it.
Yeah, that'll determine how successful the business is.
Got it.
Based on the number of employees you have,
Got
will
it.
determine how much
And I have to pay them
you
and all
can,
these things.
Yeah,
Got it.
how much you either have to pay them or how much you can make on
Got
top of their costs,
Got it.
and how many days you spend at the business in a month contributes to that.
Awesome.
So that is very much just pulled out of the DMG.
That's fine. Also, is it possible for me to begin? If I were trying to tinker something or upgrade my equipment or permanently upgrade my weapon, permanently upgrade my armor, things like that. How much time would things like that take? If I'm inventing or if I'm tinkering or if I'm whatever, how many rolls? Yeah.
That we will need to dig into the Ultramoder
Hey.
book. So give me just a moment. It is described under the, I believe, under the engineering skill. With the new
Engineering.
crafting, intelligence engineering,
Yeah.
page 7.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a chance to read over that.
Great. Done.
Well,
there were weird things last time, so I just wanted to double check if you had a thing in mind.
So we've found this, and it's all based on like the tech level
Got it.
of what it is that you're trying to create. So we'll need to determine what that is.
Got it.
If there's an analog already in the book, and you're either trying to create something that's a tech level higher, or you're just trying to mod something to get you that result.
I mod something.
But what you'll see is that based on the tech level, there's a certain amount of dollars, pounds, whatever, currency you can accomplish in that task in a day. I believe for you, because you are a field machinist, it is higher. So check your abilities.
I will.
Or you may not have gotten that ability
I
yet.
have not. I don't.
So read page 7.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm having trouble finding. Yeah. It's a beautiful book. But I'm like, I don't know what to ask for yet.
So
It's intelligence engineering
Nice.
on page 7.
Great.
It's right underneath there. It has a heading. Crafting.
Thank you. Good. That's all.
I want to work on the case.
Okay.
The case.
Make an investigation check.
18.
Okay. You know, buddy, we'll need to discuss that separately
Ooh.
because the timeline for what you have doesn't make sense.
Excellent.
10-4. Okay.
What year did that happen in?
Let's continue to Dana. I'm gonna
Go ahead. You can
I'm
Google that real quick.
go to the Google. Google
Yep.
that shit.
Dana.
Okay. Well, Craig also has a business, so
yes, you do.
definitely would like to spend some time on that. That can be handled later.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah. Just write down the number of days that you spend on the business.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. And then this is kind of, can I do this? I'd like to try to figure out if I can preserve blood so that Lucy can basically have health potions.
Yes.
Okay.
Capri Sun.
Yeah.
Like a little. She has really good dex now, so she's the only one that can put the straw in it.
That's
is that Dex or is that just like
Brute strength.
natural 20?
If you're great, you can get in it.
I got it in. Wow. Always go for the bottom. Flip it over. Go in the corner.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
No, it
What?
doesn't stand up then.
Yeah.
Don't care.
Who drinks it? Who doesn't? Who needs to put it down? You drink that in one. Like, you don't have to
You
put
come
that
for the
shit down.
D&D. You stay for the Capri Sun advice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
We'll figure something out.
10-4.
Oh.
So I don't know if that's something that I could look into. Or
Yes. Yes, it is. The issue with preserving blood. I mean,
The one of many.
I'm just trying to think. science. I mean, it's really about refrigeration, isn't it?
Well, I know that she didn't like the blood when it was cold. So even
Okay.
if it was something that I could, even if it was only going to work for the day,
Sure.
I could, give her something. And if a situation were to come up, she would have it on.
Okay. Okay. I will. Yes, I will give you. I will give you a daily vial and vial in a syringe or something along those lines. That you can make it hold for a day. I think you probably make a science check, intelligence science,
Oh, no.
or I'll give you medicine as well.
Thank you.
Um,
14. I have a pool of rerolls.
What I will say is that
I need
it's
to
up
do
to you. Would you like to reroll?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
and I have to roll my.
Much better.
Leave that there.
Yep.
No, that's
24.
24.
Yeah.
You find a natural anticoagulant,
I'm gonna use
which
this.
will allow it to be kept for a day.
Okay.
Yeah, so-
For
Great.
I will say for 12 hours.
Great. Do I need to...
Because that's the issue is that
Yeah.
if it's not like refrigerated or preserved in some way, it begins to dry and harden, and so you need a natural anticoagulant. You come up with that, whatever that is.
Okay.
Figure it out.
Okay,
Aspirin. Nope.
Do I need
One sec.
to roll in order to make it each
What
time?
I will say is that it costs whoever is contributing
Yeah.
costs a hit dice.
Okay.
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 And if it is not a party member or
A
if it
willing
is
participant.
if it is a non-willing participant, then the state of their blood, for instance, if they are on a variety of
So Thomas,
things,
Even she's willing.
can either be poisonous or have side effects.
Okay.
do I take whatever's in their blood?
I mean, if they're high as a kite and
Oh,
you're
Smurf,
slurping
yeah.
opium, then it's.
I want to see that.
I mean-
is she like one of those hipster vegan vampires now? It has to be like grass fed.
I don't know.
Grass-fed
I don't know.
organic
about-
human.
Maybe. Who knows? I mean,
Farm to table.
She's gonna start wearing Birkenstocks.
Arm to table.
Oh.
what I will say also is so there is that there was something else I was going to say. It does not act as a health.
Mhm.
How does that work for you? If you bite somebody,
If it's willing, I choose how much I take, and
Sure.
they take that much damage, and I take double
okay,
in HP.
okay.
If they're unwilling, I have to roll.
And when you roll your hit dice, for instance, you recover half.
I recover because there's no hit dice for the race; it's just for the class.
Right, but okay, so there's no limit.
There's
on
nothing
your-
about hit
There's
dice.
nothing about that on there.
There can be.
Okay.
I have no problem.
So I will say the syringe allows you to. We'll treat it right now. We'll treat it like a basic healing potion.
2d4 plus 2?
2d4 plus
Okay, cool.
2,
Okay.
and you can. We'll be able to upgrade it, maybe utilizing hit dice and things like that mid combat, because we don't get a lot of short rest, long rest issues. I'm going to come back around.
So,
Keith.
yes, I believe I need to, make an appearance in the House of Lords. Perhaps that might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Also, the one little thing that I might need to take care of as well is I have an outstanding debt I need to pay,
Yes.
so I need to pay that
All right.
debt.
All right.
So that is the first order of business is the debt, and then the Lords.
Okay.
Good priorities.
Yes.
Spoken of the Lord.
Well,
Do you know the figure on the debt?
I know, yes, how much I owe,
Okay.
and I can pay it in full,
You can.
thanks to our most recent adventures.
Then in full you do.
Good. Well, don't mind that. It's fine. Just, it's trust funds. It's good.
My trust fund.
It's all trust fund, dear. I wrote you back into the will, don't forget.
Oh.
You shouldn't have been out to begin with, I'm just saying.
It's gonna be Lucy's last game, y'all.
And his, by the looks of it.
It's just Keith's last game, period.
You chose your seat, buddy.
Yes, so I will pay off my debt to the organization, of which I owed the £500. That is paid, and I will remove that from my inventory.
Okay.
And then I would like to go about and part of what I'm doing when I go to the House of Lords is making sure that my extracurricular activities are not necessarily being discussed.
Make an investigation check.
That I can do. Also, out of character, I just leveled up. We all did. It's awesome. One of the cool things that I have as the face character, after every long rest, I roll a die, and I have that result, and I can swap it out. So if you see me swapping dice rolls, it's not because I'm cheating. It is because there's an ability. I haven't done it yet. I'm just letting you know ahead of time.
When
Before it happens.
So,
Cheater!
yeah, exactly.
Cheater!
So investigation, you said.
Investigation.
That
please.
is a 19.
It seems most people have very little interest in your extracurricular activities.
Good.
There is a narrow subset of surrounding Lord Kensington that are overly polite in their not mentioning of things, which gives you the indication that at least among he and his allies, they are aware.
Excellent.
Can we just kill him now? You didn't say
I didn't
no.
hear a no.
Okay.
Yeah. None of us heard it. It's on the internet.
Y'all can do what you want. That's
They kill Hitler in Inglourious Bastards. Like, we just... It's already a whole new world here.
But of course.
okay. So, Lady Thana,
Yeah?
Miagong.
The Welsh pronunciation?
Yep.
I would like to start
Even
pawning.
with the Welsh spelling.
Fuck. Who's this? Wait, I had no choice in it. Alright? That's Betty and Lowell's fault. Y'all ain't watching. Yeah, I'm gonna start pawning stuff.
Okay. What stuff do you have to
No,
pawn?
this is not meta game. I don't meta game.
That's right. That's right, you don't. She hates mom, so let's go with mom shit first. She's got some jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a...
She would like to sell the entire library. I'm making me selling books just a running theme. I'm kidding.
It's just a mega...
Oh, what are you selling? Jewelry?
Jewelry, yes.
Wonderful. Roll a d20 first.
That's none of your business.
No, do you want mine?
Maybe. What am I adding to it?
Nothing, just a flat d20.
Yeah, we're going to do the 18.
So I get
Yeah.
that. She gets my 18 that I had stored, and now I have a 2.
That's
So
fun.
no, I'll just switch it on here.
No, take that one. That's not going to
Okay,
roll.
that's fine.
that one's
That one's done.
exiled.
Yep.
It's
So
excellent.
when I need to fail something, I've got the roll.
If you need to fail hard.
18.
Or if you need to not crit fail.
There you
Because
go.
you could roll a nat 1.
That
I've got the
That.
smarts.
strategery.
Ask the DM if this is a dumb idea.
Oh yeah, that's my special level 4 ability, guys. As a savant, once per game, I can flat out of character, ask the DM, is this a stupid idea?
Definitely good ability.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know, baby.
It's,
Okay, Sam.
It's gonna be great.
The answer is yes. The answer
Yeah.
is always yes.
Okay. So you're looking for a piece of mom's jewelry.
Yeah.
All right, make an investigation check.
Help with that.
Oh yeah, you liked her, didn't you? Sucks to be you. Investigation?
Mm-hmm.
7.
Okay. Yeah, you find a piece of a necklace, a very fine necklace. The gold itself is not worth a great deal, but the fire opal in it, it seems pretty valuable.
Alright.
Yeah, absolutely. You want to try to sell it?
Yep.
Great.
Is there a picture of her somewhere in the house with her wearing it?
To prove it's a noble piece.
No, because now I just want to, like, on the way out.
Okay. You find a pawn shop.
Yes.
They offer you 510 pounds for it.
Yep.
Oh.
I will take it.
Make an insight check.
Oh.
If you need to take us too.
No.
Slightly better.
Do you want to bring Craig with you?
Is that an option? Wait, because that's different now. So, but 12.
12.
Yes.
It is. You don't know what it's worth,
That's
but you suspect it's probably worth more than that.
okay. So, thank you for your time, gentlemen.
Okay.
I'm not doing it.
Okay. That's fine. You just go back home with it.
Is there one pawn shop in London?
No, but that's the one you found. Like you don't get to like jump on the internet and
Why not?
I will
old-timey
narrate it.
Google.
Isn't there like an auction house somewhere?
There are.
Can I take it to the auction house?
You want to put the piece up for auction?
Yes.
I will say we'll say that you spend the rest of this downtime looking for one.
Okay.
And the next time you find some downtime, you'll be able to to go in there and set it up.
You got a week to talk me out of it.
But do me a favor and write down fire opal necklace.
Yep.
So that I can have a memory for that.
You got it.
Okay, people over here wanted to say stuff.
2 things. One, I wanted to double check that if I up my my Constitution, I get retroactively those hit points. Correct?
You do.
Done. Good.
That
Then
is
I did the
correct.
math. I have 24 instead of 20.
Hey!
Calm down there, Tiger.
Good. Or it should be
Well, it should be 23
20.
probably.
No, because I had 18 and I rolled a 2, so that would have been 20.
It's 23.
And then 4. I'm at level 4.
4.
And then actually I should so 24. Yeah.
Great. And your con is what, 12 now?
I made it 13, but yeah, it bumped up to 12,
Great.
and then I gave it the extra one because it's the thing I need.
You didn't want to take toughness?
Where what?
You can take feats from the player's handbook. So toughness is on the table.
Really?
Yeah.
No, it's not. She's already done her shit.
No, I'm taking tough. Okay, I didn't know we could take
What?
old feats.
Yeah.
Mage Slayer it is.
Well, in this game, it's
Yes,
called Extreme
Mage-
Fortitude for this
Is
one.
that a thing?
Is it?
Yeah, I actually have it.
You know, fine, great.
It's one of the things I
I will
rolled.
do that in a minute.
Plus 2 hit points for each level.
Oh, that's a genetic
That's a different thing.
benefit.
That's a genetic thing.
But-
I will look it up.
But feats are still
Yeah.
On the table?
on the
JK,
table.
just kidding.
Hi, thank you. I'm not on risk of dying again from exploding myself. And eventually, I actually wanted to stop by Craig's and kind of
Okay.
get to know and hang out because she has interest in what he's doing.
Hi.
But what I wanted to know is if he'd be interested in me trying to help technically with the cooling, like trying to store stuff.
Sure.
So I didn't know if you were gonna let her roll with like advantage or higher, whatever, because I was assisting with that.
If
That's
you
what I
are-
was trying to ask when we were
I
there.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, that's fine. If
Yeah. I'm just gonna
if-
make you a constant machine that's just attached to you.
Craig
if-
is going to try to sell you stuff the whole time.
And to
Go ahead.
He can
That's-
certainly try.
if you are going to forego other downtime activities,
Okay, no.
that
oh, so we're starting.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out though. Is if yeah.
Magic.
But there are things I think in the future we could collaborate on.
Oh, so she's gonna at some point want to talk to you. tonight.
Absolutely.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Found something that we could work with.
They're passing notes. That's never a good thing.
It's not a good
Okay.
thing. What is
Yeah.
it?
So substitute for now. We'll do that
Sure.
one, and
Yeah.
then
Great.
you know what to do for after once
Yeah.
April rolls around.
Sounds good. You do make some. Progress,
Everyone look up what's
but
happening.
we'll discuss that in the chat.
Sounds good.
Okay. Awesome.
I know. What if we start?
That worked out pretty well though.
Cool.
Glad you found
Okay.
something.
I literally typed in serial killer London, and then you said years, and it's bam.
Well, now we know what you're interested in.
No, you don't. There's so many different things.
There's so many.
There's apparently more than one at this time, guys. Just a fun fact.
It was kind of a hobby for
doing
Londoners
Limehouse?
at that time.
Apparently.
Are you doing Limehouse?
Huh?
You doing Limehouse?
You're gonna find out, aren't you?
Because someone
is
lives in
gonna find out.
Limehouse if you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
That's
kind
why
of
I'm
important.
asking.
Like,
No,
What are you
no,
doing?
not that one.
Don't kill my people. Are you a serial killer?
in this universe, it doesn't happen like that. Okay?
Doesn't it?
Huh.
Yes, it does.
Doesn't it?
No, it already existed, unfortunately.
We're already in April right now. Not here, but in real life. Never mind.
No,
I'm
it
tired.
Right.
We can work on
Anyway,
that.
what is happening?
Nothing.
I have no idea.
Beautiful.
I have
I'm gonna
other
take a
ideas.
damn feat.
I have.
It's way better.
So.
All right.
Oh,
So
mine
it
too.
was at 18.
This one.
Math. 18.
Yeah, I know. That's a problem.
Is there anybody in ours?
Let's check.
What is happening?
Nothing.
I lost this page. I lost this page.
Oh, no.
That was very upsetting.
What page were you?
No. They already existed.
What existed?
Just don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Same as your serial killer.
Yep.
Yeah, you can't
We have to
ask if
deal
you're
with
not
it.
going to answer.
We're dealing with a family business.
That's fair.
Fantastic.
So you live in a house where there was
Christ,
murders?
What?
Okay, so
No, I'm worried that you are the serial killer and you're going to start killing people.
That
in
is
the
a
Limehouse
valid
district.
concern.
Please
Have
don't
you
do
seen
that.
him play?
Have you seen me hit anything? No.
Yeah,
an
it's a cover.
investigation. They never found the guy.
He's actually he's got secret stats that we can't see.
I'm
He
actually
is Jack
hitting.
the Ripper.
I'm actually hitting civilians off to the side that I intended on hitting, and not hitting any of the bad guys.
Sneakiest assassin. Fuck.
Starting fights right next to the civilian I need to murder.
Well done.
Genius.
Well done. Okay, gotta do my math. But
Okay. After you do your math, everybody else feeling good?
Yeah.
Ready to dive in?
Sure.
Okay. So, the 22nd, I believe is the date,
22nd.
Yes.
Friday the 22nd rolls around. The day prior, you had all received a number of invitations back to Vauxhall.
All right.
As you guys enter, you are greeted by Arthur and Drinksley. Arthur Hammerson, a older gentleman, engineer with a big bushy mutton chops sort of mustache.
Bushy beard.
Yeah, without the chin piece, just the mustache and the chops.
love him.
The greater good.
You guys have begun to make yourselves at home in and among the conspiracy boards and the engineering projects that Arthur keeps around.
The conspiracy boards.
That is the only way to describe them. They
We
are
like bring him twine. We're like, so your rough notes?
good. Oh, that is very kind of you.
Every time we see him, he turns more and more to Charlie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's just,
It all works out.
he starts
I've done the
smoking more.
maths.
It's never sunny in London.
It is always raining.
No,
And foggy.
he was.
It's always raining in
Vauxhall.
Vauxhall.
Okay, good.
As you guys make your way in, why don't you guys describe your characters and selves
Yeah.
for the audience, please? We'll start over here.
I'd like to say Rory got there early to help him with
Sure.
repairs and stuff like she does. She does not set off the door trap this time. Rory is about 5, 3, 5, 4. pale skin, black hair in a little pixie cut. She is basically invented in the beginnings of inventing cargo pants. So she has these tight cargo leggings that she has built with all these pockets and like zips and stuff, and into boots and a corset, but it's a like practical tactical corset with like tool slots in it and a vest. She's constantly wearing either around her neck or on top of her head or on her face these teched out goggles. Like one would expect in steampunk things. And usually has just kind of like a stain of oil about her hand, like not rubbing off on anything, but just someone who works with gears and mechanics just kind of gets that constant gray tinge to their hands and arms and stuff. So she's helping probably repair Drinksley.
Drinksley is functioning fine.
Yeah,
You're welcome, everyone.
All right.
You're all bloody welcome.
Her voice. Jeremiah is kind of a very rough-looking character. Stands about 6'5". So he's a little bit taller than most people. Trench coat, brown pants with like gold pinstripes, and a vest that matches. Across the vest, he has a pistol holster, and underneath, actually strapped to his right thigh, he'll have a holster for his shotgun that he carries around. Very disheveled, like from everything from his vest to his tie to everything. Like it looks like he just threw it on that morning as he was rushing out the door. And when I say threw it on, I mean he grabbed it from his dirty laundry pile and just like threw it on because he didn't have time to actually pick something else out and match it.
Great.
As one does.
Crag is a human male. I guess we're all human. Well,
yeah.
More or less. In his early 50s, he is very, very thin to the point of almost being skeletal, emaciated. He wears a velvet coat with kind of a paisley print on it. Has glasses, a battered top hat, lots of rings on his fingers, and he kind of reeks of cheap perfume. And that's Crag.
Alfred Tufton, the Earl of Thanet, is impeccably dressed, as always. He does not look like he belongs in these more mechanical and rude surroundings. He is quite properly dressed, not in the more mechanical and gear emblazoned fashions of the time. He is always very, very cleanly looked, at least at the beginning of the day. And in his lapel, he wears a green carnation.
Lucy Tufton, no relation, is tall as well, just not as tall.
Relation. Definitely relation.
Yeah.
Fine relation. Super related.
Unrelation.
Super related.
Well, then we're getting into.
Okay, just brother and sister. She's about 5'10"ish. She has very dark hair, dark eyes. Her skin's a little pale, but like British pale, nothing out of the ordinary. And
Totally out of the ordinary.
yeah, she looks tired all the time. She has very dark circles under her eyes. Her hair's kind of well done, but it's always up. She's wearing a high neck collar, long sleeves, gloves. Kind of in style with Freddie, but a little bit worn.
And it should be noted that the titled individuals have a very different style than the mechanical or
Yes.
the lower class. The explosion of engineering and technology has led to changes in fashion, dresses and things with a lot of bustle and garter for working class individuals are out, and women are wearing tighter, more form-fitting clothing and showing skin in order to accentuate themselves as women while dressing functionally without being confused as men. But the upper class maintains proper decorum.
Yeah, Lucy's just covered all the time. She does have around her waist a series of chains that has a purse and a fan and some other things sort of just there.
Mm-hmm.
So, just there as I think of them. So, yeah.
So, as you guys have gathered, Arthur is putzing about, doing his business once the last of you arrives. Oh, good. I'm glad that you're all here. Please, if you would come and join me in the workshop.
After a moment, I need to see drinks first. Thank you.
Same.
We go and get ourselves drinks.
Mine is already full. Like
I'm just filling my flask. I already have a drink in hand. I'm filling my flask now.
It is around lunchtime.
Yes.
that makes no difference.
I know.
Like,
We didn't say. We
doesn't.
didn't ask how big was the room.
Hold on. We are lamp lit.
those are gonna be on shirts. Merch, y'all.
Wonderful.
Look at Cody's face. Is like,
He knew what he was getting into.
these are my people,
These are my.
He knew what he was getting into.
and he is our merciful God.
Dog?
But yes, so just wanted to debrief with all of you, make sure you were doing well. I see everyone seems to have recovered from recent vigorous activities.
We haven't been shot in the last week, I don't suppose, so that's an improvement.
Well, life is.
Yes.
My hair's still a little weird and patchy from where I got blown up. Like, it hasn't fully grown back. Like, it's just, the ends are frayed, like, from fire.
You don't really want to look at that, do you?
Oh, no, it'll grow back out. It's like,
Forgot to mention that. After
explosion.
his no, not the explosion.
Okay.
After his last adventure, the now seemingly back to his normal age, but with grayed temples now that he, at least among present company, is not disguising. However, when he does go into the House of Lords, it does get disguised.
All right.
it's like Superman. They don't recognize you.
Yes.
Like,
Make a disguise check. Are you proficient in disguise?
Yeah.
Great.
are you?
I'll give you charisma plus disguise. Plus
Cool. Thank
proficiency.
you. Appreciate that. That's. Yeah. So that okay. Well, that is 8 disguise. So that disguise or deception? It's just that I'm.
Disguise is a kit
Yes,
proficiency.
I am proficient in that.
Right.
As my
So
ability.
charisma plus proficiency.
So +4 plus proficiency
is two.
2.
Yep.
So that is a solid 10.
10.
Kensington ass knows everything.
He sees all.
It is unnoted upon, but you get the feeling you probably could have done better.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know that we have many personal endeavors that we would like to work on. However, we have received something a bit odd.
Well, that's not not unusual at all for this group, is it?
No, I believe if he's
If he
saying
thinks
it's
that was my point,
odd,
if he thinks it's odd,
it's
that's terrifying.
quite.
It is not so odd in that it is odd, but it is odd in the way in which it was given to us. So,
It's like 5 odds.
allow me. He goes and retrieves a small parcel, wrapped in brown paper in a very simple, small wooden box, and he sets it out. He goes, I have done the privilege of opening it, but please, there is, I assure you, nothing nefarious about it.
I go look.
Okay.
Like this.
Yes. You open the package, and inside of it, you find a small notebook of punch cards, and a folded over the notebook is a series of employment papers with names on them for a German company known as Seder Blut.
Is anything in German? That's one of my languages.
It actually doesn't have a translation.
Okay, got it. No, like notes or anything. Yeah.
No, it seems to be both very few things in German, but like the name of the company is German. There are no notes.
Okay.
There is the notebook of punch cards, the employment papers, and there is a matchbook for a place called Rochzimmer,
Bless you.
which is the smoking room.
Oh,
In German.
good. Excellent.
No. I have been able to dig up very little on the Rochzimmer, as it were. But somebody seems to have knows of our traditional contacting methods and left this package for us at one of our dead drops. So, we can only assume that they desire our attention, and to those ends, I am unaware.
Has this package been checked for like contact poisons? I know anthrax wasn't a thing yet, but has it been checked for anthrax?
Well, I have done what tests I could to ensure that it was neither a biological or, shall we say, mystical event. And so we are fairly certain that it is safe. Belinda has investigated it herself, and I have done what tests I know, and it has not exploded. So we are considering that a win.
Do you know the smoking room?
It's not one. Do I know the smoking
Do we
room?
know the smoking room?
Make a history check.
That I
But
can
would
do.
I know it is running in the
Would you have
circles?
I'll give you a history check as well.
There's a decent possibility of
Would it
God.
be a place that normally has...
Ooh, hey!
Cody. Would it be a place that criminals might have, that I might have to affiliate with?
No.
Okay.
Sorry, I can't read this.
I'm
What
just
is
trying to help
this-
us.
So that's
What
a
is history under? I can't read the thing. Is it
Subterranean
intelligence?
Intelligence.
Thank you. Sorry.
6.
23.
Something about a chocolate donut.
That's exactly right.
Exactly.
What I will say is, you have heard of it.
Okay.
It is not a criminal speakeasy the way the 4Rs was, but it is a speakeasy. Caters to wealthier individuals.
I
But
relay this. I was going to say I relay this specifically to them.
right, which is that's about as far as you know. Yeah, it's a little out of your wheelhouse.
Yeah, that's fine. But
So,
like,
but because of the mechanical nature, we'll say that you keep a pulse on places that are building cool things.
Yeah, that's
and that's
kind of
one of the places like you've heard of this German speakeasy that and you were talking to somebody about Drinksley and like, oh, they got something like that at the Rochzimmer.
No shit.
Yeah, something like that or whatever.
Von Drinksley.
Oh yeah.
Von drinks.
Long Drinksley.
God.
Hair Drinksley.
Drinksley. So,
Drinksley.
from what I could gather on the Blut company was they have a number of engineering divisions. They have also begun to expand into medical apparati. They have been petitioning the House of Commons for a redistricting of sorts to allow them a special factory just outside the city. That is where their main facility is. So, between this and rumors of a number of disappearances among their workforce, some 2 years ago, I suspected that this particular group might be the individuals which could investigate.
Engineering division, you say?
Yes, the Germans have done quite a bit
The Germans.
The Germans.
in their industrialization, and at the moment there is a teetering suspicion that they have expansionist goals or dreams. Now,
We're in London. Who are we to talk?
well, if I might be so bold, we are of Queen and country. So,
Of course.
Yeah. The papers, the employment papers, it's a number of names or just the one?
they have 6 different individuals, 3 female names, 3 male names.
Okay. Does it say what positions?
It lists access special.
Does it look like any? Do I recognize any of the names?
You can make a history check, or I'll also give you an insight check.
The song helps.
Always.
10.
On history, you do not recognize any of the names on there.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Do you have? You said they cater to higher class clientele. Is that all they let in, or can we buy our way in anyway?
We do have a wardrobe
I'm
department.
at
At the club,
the Rosh
the
Zimmer.
smokehouse. Yes,
You
that
know
one.
more of the Rosh Zimmer than I do.
I do.
I am-
Hey, do I know if they just cater to?
You are unsure.
Okay.
We have some clothes back at the house, perhaps, that you all could borrow.
Yes.
Fabulous.
If there are disguises required, remember the Queen's is available to you for tailoring needs.
Yes, but ours are rather free, and I don't really care if they get ripped up.
Oh, good. All right, we'll take hers.
I mean,
Okay, good. Yes. Did any of you visited the Queen's, didn't you, Jeremiah?
Yes.
It's a lovely
It's
establishment.
a very good
I thought it
establishment.
was worthwhile, but that's fine.
Not really my scene.
Jeremiah, we haven't decided what your scene is yet.
I don't think he's decided what his scene is yet.
For those of us who are less enlightened, please, what is the Queen's?
Yeah, what?
Costume shop of some sort.
I would not declare it a costume shop. However, they are members of the Lamplighters greater organization who serve in a support capacity, capable of producing specialized clothing to fit a variety of needs. They were utilized last week during the, how to put it, investigation into the house.
We could just say debacle. I'm sure that it
Absolutely could.
Oh, how did that go?
Well, no
I know
one's
that-
died, but it was, from what I heard, pretty
I
dramatic.
had to.
so you have Mesmer.
Actually, there are, I would say, a number of people died, probably 5 or 6.
None of us died.
Yes, none of us.
None of the lamps were dead.
Thomas kind of puked on everyone as well.
There is an official in Scotland Yard inquiry as to the business raid into the magnetic house of healing and what villains would be so bold as to enact a broad daylight
The fuck did
armed
you do?
robbery.
And that's what I'm about to.
What the fuck did you do?
Could we find out, like, what I know of what the investigation?
Oh, it's all over the papers. Yeah,
What's happening?
It is all
Remember that
over the
dumbass idea you
page.
guys had to like storm the castle? This is what
Every time he's in the party,
was-
you
I realized it was not your idea. I realized it was not your idea.
It was not Jeremiah's
I
idea.
realized Jeremiah was the voice of reason in the back.
But
I was the one chilling out, fine, waiting outside. Then someone called me in to go raise hell. Then I went in and raised hell.
Shooting some people.
it was for the past, I would say, for a good, that happened on a Thursday up until Friday's paper, definitely. The weekend papers covered it. Monday was probably the last, but it was like
But it was in the Sunday.
chaos. Yeah, it was chaos in North London. Immigrants being targeted. People who hate healing. Franz called her. Yeah, it was every tabloid write up that could possibly, at every angle you can think of, and it was declared a bold daylight robbery. And somebody specifically wrote an angle about killing and targeting immigrants because most of the people that were dead, in fact, all of them, were Korean and German.
Might it be worth it? Just, I'm not sure how likely it is that this will get traced back to us, but might it be worth it to put some misinformation out there of our own to try to restructure the narrative?
Well, we have been able to leak a bit of information to the press about a series of animal attacks and
That target immigrants specifically. That's a really specific wolf.
No.
Okay, good.
It's a different story.
Oh, okay,
Once we can get the news cycle to focus on other things.
That's it.
And he points over to one of his. He goes and gets one of his rolling blackboards. He's like, no, look, it's been out in the glens for years. It follows a moon cycle, and they rip people's throats out. It's absolutely terrifying, utterly morbid. Country folk eat it up, and as such,
But we need the city folk to eat it up.
well, it's a little more scandalous, but we have recently added a
Arthur, hold on one
an
moment.
aspect of lascivious
Oh, don't do that with your hands.
rape. That's all.
Oh, great. Okay.
So
Arthur, wait. You're telling
Yes.
me, how are we dealing with all these things, and yet you're completely leaving out there are wolf attacks that happen on a moon cycle going on?
That's
out in
the smoke screen to cover up your fuck up.
No, I'm beginning to think that that's an
I
actual
think
thing.
that might be an actual thing, Arthur. Is that an actual thing, or is that actually an all made up story?
no, it's a bit of both, really. It's
And we haven't dealt with that yet, Arthur?
It's probably nothing.
working on it. I mean, if you want to hang out in a park at midnight on a full moon, you're
Have they
welcome.
been attacking people or livestock?
A bit of both.
It's nothing.
Well, Jeremiah
Trust me.
could certainly go out on his own and handle this perhaps on the weekend.
This doesn't sound like something I want to deal with on my own, but it doesn't sound
How
like
long
something
ago?
we should leave unchecked.
I mean, it's recently been happening, but it is intermittent. It is not every month.
When's
so,
the next full moon, Arthur?
I'd have to look. I'm sorry. I was a bit distracted by the immigrants being targeted by armed robbers.
And the people that have been murdered by our own rather than by wolves.
Yeah, let's probably deal with plug in our own leaks first.
Listen, it is an ongoing investigation, and if you all would like to spend time,
All I'm
working
saying is
on it,
there are other things in London besides wolves that could take care of livestock.
yes, there absolutely are.
Like what, lady?
I elbow him in the side.
By the way, I think I owe you a debt of gratitude. From what I understand, I don't remember any of it. They told me that you were the only one that actually tried to help that day.
He was.
Everybody was trying to help. No one knew how to do it correctly, except for me, is what I would say.
And yet I woke up unconscious on a lab table, so I would argue that you didn't know how to do it correctly either.
No, they didn't go with my idea. They did it their way. That's why it took longer.
Oh, well, but thank you.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
So,
But also, let's get back to
this. I mean, I have a bunch of boards. If you
Oh,
want,
I believe
do
you
want
do.
to take the time? We can go over all my boards. I have.
We don't need to be
no,
bored.
that's
No
I
relation.
just drink.
I'm just like, drinks, buddy.
Oh, you killed
You
it.
have to look at the reflector.
You mentioned
staring
something
at
about the queens. How much do they? I'll talk while you drink. How much are they charging us? Because no offense, love. I've seen some of the things you wear, and I quite frankly wouldn't be caught dead in them. They look great on you, but they don't look good on me. I've tried.
It's funny, I am cut dead in them. I stand.
Oh, I like you so much. Do you want a drink?
Why are you offering?
I mean, for that, actually, I'd consider it.
I don't
next
think
time.
he means drink like
Sorry.
you.
No, next time you need. But next time you need something. Next time you need something, come find me first, all right? I have more hit points now, okay?
She offered.
I did offer. I'm willing.
You offered.
But how much do they charge us for specialty items?
For personalized,
It's fine.
She's from home.
for personalized items, the queens will. We have a running tab for mission specific.
This would be mission specific.
Yes, but if you are looking for something on the long term, they do give us a deal. But it depends on what you're looking.
What if I get
to
something
have.
for the mission and then find that I like it? Could
You'd
I
have to pay for
get a sort of layaway situation going? A lease? Can I lease it?
Not sure we can lease or layaway,
Okay.
but most of the things that we have, you see, the regular dresses and suits, as long as we can return them in good order, then we do not have to pay for them. Specialty items need to be commissioned and paid for in advance.
Well, I'd like to go see if they have anything what I'm looking for.
Sure, absolutely. It is at your leisure, as it were. I have no specific time frame on our Rosh Zimmer.
Can I investigate? It was just left as is, right?
As
The package, the parcel?
Yes. Yeah, you can make an
I
investigation.
was going to say, because is like blacklight technology of any kind of thing in this era? Can I look for the secret map on the back of? We found a map on the back of that one thing.
You did.
I would like to look. Yeah, I would like to look
Make
for
an
something.
investigation
Yeah,
Are you looking for semen?
I am. No, I would like to look and see if there's like a code or door code or a date or anything that we might have missed. What am I doing? Investigation.
Investigation.
That is a 14.
All
right. Look, there's no time frame.
Do you? Is there any inclination that this German company had anything to do with the automaton that I suppose it wasn't exactly that, but the gigantic suit that was attacking the
That, from what we could tell, was an American design.
Ah, yes.
Americans.
So, it
Can I
was.
help you?
I think the very large Gatlin gun
You'd like our land
on
back.
it was.
Fight me for it.
Oh no,
Are they?
You get done
working on
fighting
anything?
yourself.
that's gonna be a long time.
That already happened, though.
I'm just saying, we didn't fight ourselves for at least 100 years.
We will not have had fought ourselves yet. Have not had.
Perhaps we should do this evening?
I would suspect that it is most busy in the evening. However, we still are unsure where it is or to what end. I had done a bit of legwork on the Zeta Loot Company, which I have, but other than that, that's about as much information as I have to offer you at this time.
So we've got
Can
to
you
ask around for some
Perhaps go to the
people
house.
who might know.
Yes? What do you need?
No, the
Find out if any of the
Parliament, see
upper
if
class
anyone knows
clientele
what it is.
have been there.
It may also be worth checking if you run out of all ends. Those that frequent underground clubs, at least those staff that work there, may know of each other.
You suggest we go back to the 4 R's?
Well, if you can't find it through other means.
So,
I don't hate it.
exactly what do they think is going on? As I threw out a random accent in there for no reason. What do they think is going on at the smoking room? I translate to.
He just got this
do
package
not know.
from
I've
Wellington.
got
We
a
don't-
package. That's as
Do
much
you-
as I've got.
We don't even know the pinpointed location.
We don't.
So, but we can go to the 4 R's, ask them. Possibly they know.
I could. I mean,
Or, I mean, you have a number of higher class contacts. I suspect you could
and like,
ask around
Yes, of course.
for among them.
well, there's also a chance that we could contact from both angles, and I could try to ask around. You know, they were doing specialty engineering things. I can maybe find out where some of the pieces were going.
Sure, that's
Possibly.
a good idea.
But we know where the Saberblood is.
The company.
Yes.
Company
Yeah.
we don't need. We just need the smoking.
No, but if they're building things like Drinksley, it's going to be going there. If they're going to this, if they're sending their pieces out there.
And you mentioned that some of their employees had disappeared, but a number of years ago.
It's a common rumor with larger companies. It's often one used to deter underpaid workforces from transferring to higher paying jobs. As it were, the Cedar Blues Company is fairly wealthy, and their desire to build a large scale factory in and around London speaks to the importance of London. It is uncommon for external companies to set down roots in in the Empire, as it were. And so that has been why they've been petitioning not just the House of Commons, although that is where they have made the greatest strides, but the House of Lords as well. Now, they have also had quite the rumor of paying very well for their labor. Far better than most English companies, as it were.
Perhaps you could gain employment with them.
I'm not against it, actually. I have good reputation with jobs. Like, that's one of my windfall things. Like, I could probably try to get a job there as a specialist. I could ask around and try to get in on a specialty piece or something. I do work that not everyone else does. I could try.
At your leisure, as I said.
No offense. Do we have a cover that? Do you have a job title or a company cover I could use for like a letter of recommendation if I need it?
Yes, I can. What sort of company would you like to have a letter of recommendation from?
Let me. I said that I knew that they had several engineering departments, right, and that they were making
Yes.
cool things.
Yes.
Do you remember what any of those cool things were? Like, I'm looking for specialty items that I remember.
They are mostly industrial pieces. They don't do consumer products.
Okay.
They don't do They don't do things that most people would see. They tend to produce very quickly
I would
a
like-
number of like parts and pieces.
Then I would like to be in charge of something that that increases efficiency because they're German. I would like to be a specialist in some efficiency-based things, like the gun that I was building, where I'd get more shots into it. That
Okay.
yes. So something along those lines. I trust you.
All right then. Yes. I will-
Manufacturing company of some kind. I'm a productivity engineer. That's what I am.
I'll draft it up post haste. If there's no other business, I will actually get to the.
The draft.
Sure, but of
Yes.
course.
Ah,
This is the
great.
post taste.
Yes. Okay. Well then, pardon me. And off Arthur goes.
I'm good. I don't have to change clothes for that interview because I'm already dressed for it.
So
I don't have to put on the dress.
whoever it is left us a random package with no
At
designated-
our location, at our dead drop.
So someone needs to go to the 4Rs, and you're going to go talk to who you know, yes?
Yes.
Also, don't take him to the 4 hours. I didn't like him there.
Well, I could certainly.
Apparently,
Make
I look like a cop.
Yes.
You are
shocking.
Normally because you show your badge.
Amazing.
And because you stand and look and talk and act like a cop.
A little bit.
There you go.
So perhaps you should go with Freddy,
Yes.
and the rest of us will go to the Rs.
And I'll go try to talk to the
whatever you
office.
Great. So Craig and I will go to the 4Rs.
Oh, that sounds
It's
lovely.
actually not a bad idea. He knows
So
how to keep you
let's
safe. He knows
make
how
our
to
way
keep
up.
you fed.
Right.
Do you need a vial for today, by the way? Do you have one?
No, I'm sure we're going to a club. I'm sure we'll be perfectly fine.
I've been going to the wrong clubs. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Who would like to start?
4 hours.
Let's go to 4Rs.
Okay. To the 4 hours you guys go. You make your way to the underground abandoned train station that has been walled off. Serves as a racing pit down the tunnels. A few less tire tracks along the walls and ceilings than you remember last time, but still active. The 4 R's is as you guys enter, it's sparse, empty. You guys are here in the afternoon. The place doesn't start till midnight. However, there are a few bartenders and things around, and they, after you make just give me a persuasion check.
Hey,
15.
21?
Okay. Yeah, you guys talk your way in. They don't seem super interested in what you've got going on, but they also aren't mad at you about it.
Alright.
So you're not obtrusive. You can see a number of the girls, the dancers, the performers are practicing, re-choreographing something. You guys make it up to the bar. There is one bartender there.
Can I buy a drink?
Yes, of course. She's a well-dressed woman. She doesn't have the makeup fully on. She's working, putting, restocking and things like that. So, what do you have?
No, please surprise me. Your house specialty.
All right. She goes around, grabs a couple of bottles, pours it all together, and slides it down to you.
Okay.
It's like, there you go.
Yeah. Fantastic. I assume it's terrible.
It probably, yeah. It is, yeah, it is.
At Long Island.
It's almost.
No,
It's almost a Long Island,
Okay.
but it's not.
it seems
Yeah.
so close to something. That
It
could be
seems-
Something slightly off.
So it's a what is it? Is that a Jersey?
Is it Jersey Shore?
Oh. See, I
That's
always
sponsored by
Jersey.
MTV.
Oh,
Yeah.
the worst.
Yeah.
My dear, we actually were stopping in today to ask you a question, if you don't mind.
Of course. Please.
We've heard rather delicious rumors of another speakeasy here in town that caters to a slightly different clientele.
There are a number of them.
Oh, I'm sure there are, but I'm sure that none of them have quite the atmosphere of your wonderful establishment.
I would definitely agree.
Um,
Are you showing Fang?
No, she's just trying to smile.
She's trying.
You know what I picture her as is, have you seen the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, right?
Yeah.
I picture, that's what I picture every time. I know it's
All
not
of
what she
them?
looks.
She
Yes.
does
Sean
stuff.
Connery.
The whole league.
Yes.
in a
She is the holy.
Sean Connery in a dress.
Jesus. Hideous.
It's canon now, y'all.
Well, I'm glad I accidentally created that, but no, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The vampire.
Yeah, the
The female vampire.
The one girl.
The girl.
The vampire lady has us covered.
Oh, wow. Why wasn't Arthur that?
No.
Now,
It's fun. I'm driving the car.
At some point, I would get tired of it.
I would have killed him.
But now there will be someone.
He's gonna be a villain, though.
But yes, the specific location we were looking for,
Sarbo.
a smoking room. I don't. It was a weird name.
It was in the
German?
smoking room,
The
right?
smoking
In German.
Bless you.
Yeah. He'll pronounce it as best he can.
There. Smoking room, eh? Let me see. Yes. Yeah, a bit of a tinny place, from what I can tell. They don't do much entertainment. That's really where any of our crossovers tend to do. Although I know that they have done, on occasion, a special party. So some of the girls have worked that. I can ask around.
Oh, that would be lovely. Yes,
Yes.
of course. And of course, I can give you a little bit of something for a time. I
I'd
realize
appreciate it, but if you don't mind me saying so, it seems a bit out of your price range. Maybe not hers.
Yes, well, we have interesting
Maybe
friends.
hers too, but
Oh.
We have some friends who are interested who are a bit more upscale. You see?
all right then.
The toothless learning how to smile.
Oh, yes, my associate is very charismatic. No.
Roll for persuasion with advantage.
All right. Just a moment.
Of course.
She does come back. She gives you the location of
Awesome.
the of Rosh Hashanah. It is on the south side, so same side of the Thames that you're on now. But the girl, from what the girls tell her and what she communicates to you, they were brought in through a service entrance. They do tell you where the front door is. It's in a very specific alley. You have to look for a smoking sign. essentially, in its she draws a rough sort of picture or emblem for it. Looks like this caterpillar smoking.
Okay. Okay. She gives us an approximate street.
Yeah, gives you an approximate street. From what she tells you, they do have some sort of passcode to get in,
okay.
but since they were working, they do not know it.
Okay.
So they don't know how. Right, like as far as that goes, you're on your own.
Okay.
That's as much as you come up with.
Okay. That's amazingly helpful, my dear. Thank you so much for that. And just because I'm not super familiar with how much people make, etc., is 5 gold, or would that seem insulting?
5 pounds.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that was
Solid gold.
just as a tip. I mean, that's fine. The drink probably ran you half a pound,
Okay.
half a credit, or 5 silver, depending on what currency we're in.
So can I just
England,
give
please
her
tell us your rate
6
of
pounds?
Sure,
Okay.
that's good.
It's 1 gold to
This is before we did the decimal conversion. It's bad, man.
rough, yeah.
Seriously.
Just before we leave, I did want to let you know if any of your clientele are ever interested in other sorts of inebriation. I have my own establishment, so.
We have a number of people that come in on a variety of days. So if there's something in specific you are offering, we can perhaps work out a night a month.
That would be absolutely spectacular. Perhaps I will stop by on another occasion to discuss that.
Of course.
She just offered to be their drug dealer.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Dungeons and Dragons and debauchery, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday night.
Oh yeah, it's opium night out of the 4 R's, yo.
What?
What?
Fabulous.
It seems like it's R and D.
Oh. Is there anything else, my dear? How weird.
All right then.
I love her.
Have a wonderful evening.
You as well.
You guys make your way out. Let's go.
Meanwhile,
So,
across London.
one of the local, perhaps Dunhills, for a smoking establishment, to ask for other smoking establishments.
Sure.
Just a
Absolutely.
tobacconist.
Okay.
Yeah.
To
ask some questions.
You. Yep. Okay. So. Yeah.
Yeah. Good.
You make your way in.
Make your way in.
There is a small foyer and a humidor nearby, and this particular one has a on-site roller, a cure cutter. So there are 2 gentlemen going through the cigar rolling, cutting, stripping, curing process.
Wonderful.
That are there. Good afternoon, gentlemen. How may I be of service to you?
Looking to get just a little bit of mild enjoyment, as well as just a bit of conversation as well.
Well, you are always welcome here. Is there a particular brand or...
Your house brand, I've heard wonderful things about. So
we do roll them right here.
yes,
in house.
as I can see, and I would probably have about 3 of those. And I'm also looking for a bit of pipe tobacco as well.
Absolutely. Flavored or not?
Whatever is your. I've heard wonderful things about your own house brand. So whatever is.
We traditionally do not recommend a flavored tobacco. However, we do have a wonderful oak smoke that has
Anything that is popular with the German clientele.
The Germans. They do have a much odder taste. It's they go for bitter flavors that tend to reflect sweetly in the open, but finish most harshly.
I've heard good things. And in fact, I was wondering. I've heard talk of a German smoking room. If any clients mentioned anything of that?
Make a persuasion check.
Cool. That I'm good at. Yeah, that's not going to be bad at all.
Skull splitter dice, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
It did bad, didn't it?
No,
Oh, he
no,
said
it
nothing
really
bad,
did not. So would you? 26.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awful.
I got clothes. I got all sorts of stuff. I told you, I need to talk. That's what I do. Look at my nice face.
Yes. I believe you're referring to the cinema.
I unfortunately was schooled more in the classical languages, not more the contemporary ones.
It is such a hard language, but there's something beautiful about it there towards the end. From what I understand,
The music is sublime. Yes.
Yes. He goes about gathering the pieces that you asked for. Three king's stogies.
Yeah, I guess they wouldn't be Churchills at this point, would they? Yeah, no, that's weird.
yeah.
Because that's what I'm like. Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
I'll buy a Churchill.
He wasn't alive.
There were
No.
Churchills. Churchills would be on the. Damn it!
But were they named for the man or the region?
No, he was actually Churchill was a bastard's name.
Oh.
Yeah, but there's the Churchill
So
family.
You know.
Churchill family has Blenheim House. They're the Marlboroughs. Duke of Marlborough is the Churchills.
Seriously?
Yep, because when he came back from war or something, they were created because she was the queen's best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And when he came back, he fucked her against a pillar in the foyer, just right there. And the servants had to oh shit, and get away.
That is
Yeah, they talk about it on the tour.
excellent.
Yeah.
And on this pillow
Beautiful
right
grounds.
here.
Absolutely beautiful grounds.
And right here against this pillow, I like to imagine it was this position.
Oh, they're British. There's one position.
Oh,
And they
Sorry,
apologize the
England.
entire
we just
way
lost
through.
all of our British viewers. Great job, everybody.
And our graphic designer.
No.
Hey, no. Yeah, so
Our graphic designer's from
We could be
England.
having sexual intercourse right now. Yes, we could.
Duke of Marlborough, though, is a Churchill.
All right. All right. So, a couple of Marlboros then. Well, now I always think of a cowboy. Now you
well,
mess.
that's kind of
yeah, no, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It probably is a. Yeah, sure. So
So what's a British cowboy?
they don't exist.
Shepherd.
Yeah.
It's a Welshman.
We call them sheep shaggers.
Oh,
It's true. It's true.
If we hadn't lost them before,
we've lost them
We
now.
got more now.
Did we have any Welsh watching? Let's be honest. Hi, Wales.
So.
and sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh,
Oh.
Not gonna lie, though.
Sorry.
Oh.
My fault.
No, I'm not gonna lie though. When I was a kid and I heard Princess Diana was the Princess of Wales, I thought she got to pick an animal, and I was like, "How do I do that? How do I have that job?"
That's adorable.
I was so mad when I was all of 18 and found out that wasn't real. No one ever told
That's
me.
less adorable.
No one ever told me. My family didn't care. Like, it was not a big deal. Like,
Yeah, no, it's not.
wait. Your family knew you thought it was actual whales?
no, they
and
didn't know.
never
No, they
cursed?
didn't know that I thought it was. They just didn't care to talk to about
So,
So at the
Yeah.
so he's getting Marlboros.
You get the Marlboros. They do come up with the location for you. And he goes through in odd detail the appropriate lighting process of a cigar using very specific matchstick matches.
The package it was a book or a box of matches.
Box.
You said it was matchbook. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think matchbooks have been invented
yet?
yet.
Okay.
So box. I apologize.
Right.
So there it is. For what this runs. I will say 24 pounds.
Give him 30 and call it a day.
Awesome. Most gracious, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for your time and wonderful hospitality. I always enjoy a good bit of conversation with my purchases.
Of course. Do visit us again.
Of course. I'm sorry, I forgot. Do you have any cigarettes for my friend?
We do. We carry a variety of them. We also have...
Oh, I thought that's what you all smoked.
No.
That'd be for Thomas if you want to get some for him.
No,
I don't really... I'm more here just to escort you.
I was trying to be hospitable and
I
understand
appreciate...
what little there is.
I'm not so appreciative anymore.
Not sponsored by America.
We're...
Are we sponsored by America? Is that what you're about to say?
We've offended everybody else.
Well,
Equal opportunity offender.
Thank you, exactly.
Oh, that's phrasing.
Oh!
So, no cigarettes.
off you guys go. Rory.
Yes. I would let her into... What does he write in my letter, by the way, so I know what I'm going in with?
He go, it is from Vander's Railless Auto Locomotive Company Incorporated.
Sounds legit.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So essentially a
Good
car
job.
company.
Yeah, no, yeah, I figured.
Yep.
Um,
And it astounds your virtues both in efficiency and responsibility and ingenuity.
good. In case I need it, because I do have the good reputation windfall thing, but
Yeah.
if they haven't heard of me, that might not help.
They
have
are,
a letter. Like, just
yeah,
in case,
I mean,
like-
they are a they
Yeah.
are not a local company.
Exactly,
So it is a little more
Yeah.
difficult. Let's give it a check.
So I go find them.
Mm-hmm.
I just, bold as brass, just go knock on their employment door.
Well,
Casting
so their factory that they're building is outside of the city proper. It's outside of London, outside the boroughs, to the north. It is by car a couple of hours.
Okay.
And you'll need to get a taxi because or a carriage. There are no rails that run out to it. It is separate from the city proper.
Got it.
And it's primarily an office building right now with a factory under construction.
Okay.
But partly construction has been halted due to the permit issues that they've been going through with having a German company set up in London.
Well then can I borrow some money for a fare?
But no,
This is a company investigation. Can I? You hear that noise? It's the cogs falling off of Draceley. I can fix that.
Didn't you all have cars? That's partly why we never.
Not all of us.
That's never all right.
I didn't come with a vehicle.
Okay. Well, listen. Unfortunately, that is a very long trip, and I do not have funds for that. We'll be able to, however, loan you one of my personal numbers.
Sorry. Excellent.
It is my... What?
Don't give
Pride and joy.
It is not my pride and joy.
Good.
It is my Trio Auto.
Sweet.
So, I have designed it for handling and expediency. Here. And he takes you over and he shows you this large mechanical contraption that rides on 3 wheels.
I'm ready.
It is...
Like bitch bike style, where the 2 are in the front, the one's in the back, or the other way?
No, yeah.
Got it.
Like big biker trike with
that's...
huge steam pipes.
I'm in love.
6 on each side.
I am in love.
That
I am
bellow
ready.
steam out
I just
the back
immediately
of
put
it.
the goggles on. I'm like, all right, let's do this.
Are you proficient in
Not even a little bit.
landing?
Not even at all.
All
But I
right.
should be able to use my intelligence on
Effie,
things
take
like
the
this.
wheel.
This
let's
is
play this.
dexterity.
I can use intelligence for like a lot of my dex checks though, because it's the savant, like the
double
smart
check.
over. It's smart rather than.
Okay,
on.
that's
I
fine.
think it's for shooting and spell.
It is for shooting, but I feel like it should be for driving.
No.
You just really want it to be for driving.
Here's the thing with or strength. I'll give you strength. Just
No, I have a -1 in strength.
It means you strength.
because it
Because
is.
I have an engineering proficiency.
I know.
That's what I'm trying to.
I know.
I'm trying to roll with.
I know
engineering.
you're engineering.
You know how to build it doesn't mean you know how to drive it.
Yeah, can you
though.
drive a clutch? Or stick shift?
No, but I'm not engineering proficient in real life either.
So driving a motorcycle is
I know.
is very complicated
I know.
and does require a bit
fine.
of dexterity.
It's fine.
So
It's fine.
give me
I'm
a
gonna die.
dexterity check.
Just straight dexterity.
Yeah. Well, you're not proficient in.
I know.
vehicles.
14.
14. Okay. You.
Oh, he's laughing way too hard.
You.
Like it.
You
Remember
make
that
it there.
ability you have?
I was just thinking about that.
You make it there.
Good.
But like as you're exiting Vauxhall, you're already hitting curbs and like
Poor Arthur's
skimming
like-
cars. It's like, but be careful.
Thanks for the ride.
You are weaving. You have very little control.
And I'm just like really loving it though, and singing Scottish
Yeah.
drinking songs. I'm just like ready. Like let's go.
Scottish songs.
Yeah. If it had been
We call
a
them songs.
if
Just
it,
call them songs.
if it had been a duo, like if it had been a legit bike, you'd have laid it down many times.
An extra
over.
wheel gave me a tricycle.
So, yeah, you make it
I'm
there.
sitting there with Lair.
Yeah.
Excellent.
In not terrible time, about 2.5 hours out.
Good.
There is a gate, a fence around the establishment. You can see the completed office building and the construction site. There are a number of officers that have been dispatched to prevent continued construction, and the workforce that is gathered there is comfortable. They want to get to work. If they don't work, they don't get paid.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit of a scene
Yeah.
as you are approaching. What would you like to do?
Did I happen to know the person in charge's name? And here it's Seder, whatever company buys.
Seder Blut.
Seder Blut. I wanted to say something from Shadowrun. It's not right. I'd just like to walk up to someone who looks friendly.
Make a perception.
Yeah.
Make a perception or an.
Oh, God.
Give me a perception check. I'll take
Perception
perception
check.
first.
These dump workers looks like they just punch me.
That's a wisdom, right? Good, because I have a 0 wisdom, so at least I get my proficiency, so 15.
Okay. Actually, the factory would probably be on the south side of London, outside the south side,
East End.
East End.
Yeah.
Okay.
East End are where most of the factories are going to be.
Okay. So
So I'm east.
over there.
The sun has moved.
There's no sun.
The fog has shifted.
The dull dim light in the sky. What'd you roll?
15.
15. Yeah, there are a couple of official-looking guards that do not appear to be government officers, that appear to be either private security or workers of some kind that are still on the payroll.
Okay.
They seem to be the most friendly. The workers are pretty riled up, and the cops are on edge. So not a lot of.
Yeah. Hello, excuse me, I'd like to speak to the man in charge. Or woman, no offense.
And what is your business?
Well, this, actually. I've come in as
Riots?
sort of
Your
a...
business is riots.
No, not riots,
Oh, good. Oh,
No,
whew, that's
more,
quite a relief, actually.
Why have you been having trouble with the riots?
Well, I mean, we've offered quite a lot of money to a number of workers, but they wish to get paid. Unfortunately, we cannot pay them if they do not work. And right now, the officials say they are not allowed to work for us.
Are they allowed to take temporary assignments elsewhere just to sort of make everyone happy?
I suppose they could, but that's a bit over my pay grade. as
No,
it
I
were.
understand. Well, that's kind of why I'm here. Hello, Rory St. Clair. It is lovely to meet you. I'm here to speak to the people in charge about maybe sorting out some of this mess. See if we can restructure things and get everything going a little smoother.
Oh, wonderful. Let me, Jack Bottomley, pleasure to meet you. Allow me just a few moments, and I shall hopefully return with somebody more equipped to answer your questions.
Thank you, love.
Make a persuasion check.
Great. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a nice one.
Nice.
That's a nice one.
No. I have trouble reading these. I need to reprint out this thing.
What are you looking for?
Charisma, that is it. So that's an 18.
18.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the feeling he is definitely going to, he's going to try hard for you.
Great. While he's doing that, can I overhear if anyone, what people are saying, whether in German or in English?
Make a perception check.
Oh god, that's gonna be bad.
There's dirt on the ground.
They're speaking German. Perception?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 10. Just 10.
It's all sort of muddled.
Yeah,
And none of it seems terribly important.
okay. Not like, hey, we're gonna kill these guards at noon. Like,
Yeah, no.
that's what I'm
nothing-
listening for.
Yeah, nothing like
What do we
that.
want? Bruh, when do we want it? Bruh.
Yeah.
Same.
It's support.
Still?
All of you need to behave.
Got it.
Jack returns after a few minutes and has a woman with him. She is very well put together, dressed more in the... It's a mix between mechanical and proper.
Good.
Has very form-fitting sleeves that stretch down and over her fingers in sort of these odd workman gloves. Especially, they cover the finger but leave the palm partly bare, stretching down, and you can see the snaps on the shoulders. You recognize them as potentially being for welding or metal work. She wears very high, thigh-high leather boots, and her shorts extend down and they sort of snap together in a garter style, very tight bustier. A lot of leather. You get the feeling with the number of minor burns and grease and engineering marks and all of that sort of stuff that it is functional, but still stylish. Hello there. I'm Eva Hahn. That is Deutsch. I'm gonna find my way to the German.
You know what? I've been bouncing back and forth between
Liefer.
Irish and Scottish all day.
That's
So
right,
it's
it's
fine.
fine. Just leave it.
Just liefer. Yeah. We're all.
There is something very precise about the German.
There you go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh no.
Eva Hahn. Eva Hahn.
Oh crap! I'm gonna start speaking that now. Hello, I'm Rory St. Clair. Pleasure to meet you. Yeah.
He's trying to focus on his accent right now.
That's all right. I'm glad you took the time to come out and talk to me. I was wondering. I know your business and factory's been having a bit of trouble getting off the ground. I'm actually here for lending helping hands. I'm a bit of a efficiency consultant, as it were, productivity engineer, and I'd like to talk to you about, well, for starters, getting this mess figured out. But
That is most interesting. Miss Rory, is it?
Yeah.
yeah, though.
That's right.
Tell me,
No, that's true.
what would you do with the instance?
Well, for starters, if we could work up some kind of a temporary assignment contracts, I know a lot of people, know a lot of people who aren't very discerning on where their workers come from, who might be willing to hire foreigners, whereas purple establishments are a little bit iffy. I might be able to reassign them temporarily to people around town.
Before you go on,
Yeah.
I'm going to stop you because there's a misconception here.
Okay, yes,
These
good.
are English workers
Okay.
that are not allowed to be hired
That's what's
to
happening.
build the German company.
Okay, so it's the German company that's having a problem.
Right. The
Good.
German company is having a
Then
problem.
back up.
Yep.
So for starters, I could try to get some of your workers reassigned just to get them out of your hair for a while, and then maybe we might be able to talk to someone about getting your permits filed.
Would we be incurring additional costs?
Oh, I don't believe so. I know some people looking for some good workers.
Well, you seem to have answered our prayers.
Hmm. In the meantime, just because it's more helpful for me, I only know a little bit about what their specialties are. I need to know where to assign them.
These individuals are not but construction laborers.
Mhm.
We have not completed the factory yet. Afterward, we would be engaging in additional hiring, specific to the requirements for the factory.
And what might they be? If you don't mind my asking, I do try to make things a little easier going from the ground forward.
Well, that feels like a concern for another day, seeing as there is very little we can do until the permits are completed. Now, you mentioned that you might be able to assist in this.
I may be able
capacity
to.
as well. Big
But-
me for saying so, but you do not seem to be of the, how do you say, appropriate lineage nor gender for politics of this country.
Not so much politics as people who might owe me favors.
That sounds illegal and lascivious. Two things which we do not wish to engage in.
Can I roll inside check to see if they're just genuinely trying to, because they're above the law, or because they're being good, or if they are trying to avoid looking illegal so they can do illegal things? I just want to
You
make
can
sure.
make you can make an insight check on her,
Yeah.
to see how
Yeah,
she's
that's what I'm trying to- yeah.
handling this.
Fuck, I'm so bad at that. That's a solid 10.
You
I don't insight.
You don't know. What she says makes sense.
Yeah.
You have the suspicion, but man,
Yeah.
it could be both.
Yeah.
Could be neither. Could specifically be you got no idea.
Well, there's a
On
difference
her.
between doing things illegally, which I do not do, or shaking the right hands. I don't mean to cast aspersions on your business. I don't know what it is, but honestly, this sort of thing seems a lot messier than just trying to talk to the right people. You've been sitting around here for how long and waiting for the permits? They should have come through already, right?
That I will agree with. Unfortunately, we have shaken many hands and have offered a number of remunerations to a variety of people. And unfortunately, we find ourselves continuously at this impasse. The building itself for the offices was a nightmare, I tell you. And now the factory is, how do you say?
Can I
Shite.
say? I was going to say I would like to give a German word for yes before
Yeah,
she gets to
Scheiße.
Scheiße.
See? Like, I.
Da.
Yeah.
Yeah, jawohl.
No, she's from South America. Wait, that's not yet.
Wait.
Foreshadowing! Foreshadowing!
Well then, if you don't mind me saying, it might be time to have someone else shake hands for you. I've got some friends and I've got some.
If
People
you
I might
are,
be able to
well,
talk
if
to.
you are able to introduce me to these friends, then we will discuss entering into business relation. Unfortunately, I cannot authorize additional payments without the assurance of success.
It's not a problem. Do you mind? Would it be alright to meet at a different location though? The people I know are a bit higher class and wouldn't be seen in this sort of. They wouldn't come out of the city. They prefer
But of course,
calm, quiet sort of places to sit back, have a drink, have a good, relaxing time.
you as a local, what would you suggest?
Well, I don't know all the areas actually. I've heard of a few places. I've heard of a you ever been to the 4 R's? Oh no, you wouldn't like it. There's a couple of illegal things going on, and you mentioned wanting to stay away from that.
That is untenable. We
I
will
agree.
not be caught among the criminal class.
I agree. Well, do you have anything of your own unique tastes? The people I know are very careful to not
That
offend
is,
your sensibilities.
A wonderful place. The Frankendust.
Beg your pardon.
Frankendust.
Have I heard of it?
Make an history check.
Shame.
Intelligence.
Thank you. 18.
Yeah, it's a terrible like sausage place. It's
Ugh.
like Scots and Germans love it, from the bratwurst to the blood sausage.
but
like that.
not- I know. Oh yeah, those kinds of the sausages. Oh, they're great. But the people I'm thinking of, not really their clientele. They're more. She's upper class, yeah.
She seems middle management.
That good.
She is not totally in charge.
They're a bit more expensive than that. They're
What we do is you speak with them and see what they recommend, and I will inform my supervisor, and then we shall make, how do you say, the arrangement.
and I should just send everything here to you. A note.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Phones have not been.
Blah, blah, blah.
I do have a telegram. Can I telegram her? Is that a thing?
Yeah.
You've got telegram wire service all the way out here.
We do.
Okay, good. I don't remember how that works scientifically.
It goes to a
We also
station.
have
Good.
a
Good.
satellite office inside the city proper.
Oh.
This is the address.
Where might that be? Thank you very much. And who might I ask to speak to there?
It differs. I would ask for a Guten or Gregor.
Guten or Gregor?
Go with Gregor.
Steve.
Guten is not a name.
She just remembered. Do you day drink by chance?
It's the fumes from the welding torch.
Yes.
With that, I must go.
Absolutely. Oh. Yeah, that's it.
Ewa, hand.
Eva Hand. And you said her clothes looked like they were for welding.
She's a supervisor. Looks like she does machinery work.
Okay.
Yeah, functional but stylish. Probably a designer or an engineer.
Good. And
But with that,
Yeah.
we are going to take our break.
we are. Sorry. Yes.
So we will be back at 9:15.
Yeah.
Welcome back. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm head GM Cody Stone. With me tonight is,
Megan,
Keith.
Dana.
Eric.
Kaylin.
for those of you just joining us, this is the Lamplighters. It is our Friday night steampunk and debauchery D&D 5e West Marches style game. You can Google all of those, but don't do it right now. Hanging out with us.
While we're,
Separate
while we're
tabs,
doing-
at least.
While
Yeah.
we're still around the introduction thing, does anybody else feel like that one video with the British kids where they're all introducing themselves
No.
and dancing when we do that?
No.
Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Nope.
Yes.
Okay.
But no.
But no.
But no.
Okay. That's-
It's
just me.
Yep.
Okay. I'm just
So-
gonna go back.
We have been working on an investigation. The Lamplighters, a secret society dedicated to investigating the weird, wild, and wicked parts of the world in a technologically advanced steampunk 1888 London, have been delivered or have received a package with a German bar listed inside of it, a few punch cards, some papers of employment, and not much else. And so the ominous nature has led to their current investigation. They have been about the city gathering information from another speakeasy, the 4 R's, which they have frequented a bit, and a tobacco shop, which they were able to find, considering that the Rosh House Smoking room in German. So, also, if you are joining us from Europe in any part or really anywhere, we're gonna offend you with terrible accents and bad pronunciation.
And everything Keith says.
And just offend you in general.
Everything. Not everything.
I mean,
Just most things.
Most things.
it's fine.
Also,
Courtney.
if you're joining us from Europe, it's really late, so thanks.
Rosh
Wait,
Zima.
what time is it?
Rosh Zima.
Rosh Zima. Rosh Zima.
Good morning.
How drunk are you?
Well, there's replays and stuff too.
Yeah,
so
no,
it's
but still, if you are currently on the live stream joining us, hope you had a great night at the pub. This is the best way to wind down.
You're welcome.
Now have another shot.
We're better when you drink more.
That's true.
Not that we're encouraging that. You have to be of
No.
age.
And not
In Europe.
So, here we go. You guys have recently reconvened. It is given Rory's travel time. I'd say around 7 p.m. as you guys gather back up at Vauxhall in Lambeth. What would you guys like to do? Arthur is busy buffing out all of these scratches and dents in his trio.
Arthur, what happened?
She did it.
Who's she?
Can I roll to see how well I did on the way back?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, God. Why
Yeah.
do that?
Worse.
What am I rolling?
Dex,
14.
that's the same as you did on the way out.
That is the exact same.
So there are more scuffs
learn
again.
it.
More scuffs and scrapes, and
Red one
no permanent damage. Like you didn't break his axle or anything, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but sorry. Who's she?
she.
Where my hair is just this wind blown, like, and I have the where I pulled the thing off the dirt, the slight dirt, except where the goggles
Yeah.
were. And
Arthur's
how are you gonna help me
dramatic
make one of
squirrel.
those?
Get away, devil woman!
I can help you fix.
Get away!
You may want to be more cautious in the future with you, Lo.
Do you know how to drive?
I got it back, didn't I?
So sorry.
Quite the rude mechanical.
You're gonna drive yours next time.
Well, what if we all found them? I assume we're coming back because we've found something.
Actually, yeah.
What?
She wants you to tell us what
Yes,
it
yes,
is.
yes. We know where the location is.
Yes, we do.
Oh, thank God.
You do as well. I
Yes.
see. Well, we should have really just sent him
Do you
out.
have the password then?
I've had to light cigars.
Well,
I think that might be the password. I'm not 100% sure.
I've made a
I
contact.
didn't ask for a password. I just asked if they knew about the location.
I've made a contact with someone in the group, in the company. She seemed open to talking to us and meeting with us. I kind of made her believe that we might be able to help speed along the permits. Although, if she's a reputable sort, she might actually be a good ally to have. It might not be a bad idea to actually help her. But in the meantime, she probably couldn't get here tonight, but I told her we'd meet her at a location we picked. So if we find a way to scout this place out and maybe get her in there.
If it's reputable you're looking for, I'm not sure this is the place to go to, darling.
Is it not? I thought it only I
It's
thought
still a speakeasy.
more reputable than the sausage whatever house. What was it called? The Frankenstuff.
Reicher's Seamer.
Sure, that. More reputable than the sausage house.
Racher.
I'm not gonna try.
Raucherzimmer.
Oh, right. Yes, that one.
We are so sorry, German friend.
Sorry, Dad, who speaks German.
So then perhaps we will go there tomorrow?
Well, I think I will be able to. If we know
might
where it
still
is,
be
we
able
can
to go
scout
and
it
see.
out. Let's see what's up.
Alright.
We may need to find appropriate attire.
Oh,
Yes, I'll need to go change.
damn it, I forgot.
Yes.
I'm not dressing like a hobo.
What?
Did
Why
we
on
ever
earth would you
see
do
to
that?
dress like a hobo?
We need to
I'm
dress
just
up.
bad.
Here.
It was not fun.
But if the 4 hours is an indication they may be doing their business a little late tonight, we could go and get ourselves dressed, ready to go out on the town.
Sorry, but where exactly was this location, this place?
The Russell?
South side.
Yeah, it's on the south side. It's actually probably in Lambda. Probably not far.
Okay, from where we currently are.
And I mean, you guys know London better than I do. So rather than having me make up a place, is there anywhere south of the Thames that is reputable?
Nope.
No.
Okay, then we'll move it north of the Thames.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah. No. Below the river is industrial and poor.
According
That's
to
why they put the globe there.
according to Assassin's Creed Syndicate, that's correct. That is not where you go.
Okay.
I can see the neighborhoods in my mind on the game map.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I know where we are.
Yeah. No. The if it's any higher, it's west and north of the river.
So
I mean, our house is central. Is sort of near. I mean, Soho. I'm not sure. Depending on the world at this point, could have some nice seedy areas, and it's close enough to Central. You could also go into the Chelsea area. It's upper class and probably growing at this time.
Chelsea it is.
Chelsea it is.
Chelsea sounds good.
It's like right north of us on the river.
Okay.
Well, is the queen still an option, or should we perhaps...
Well, where is the queen? I mean, we know she's in the palace,
Nice.
but
The Queen's is in Piccadilly.
oh, right. So not too far away. Yes.
At 7 o'clock, would they be open?
No, unfortunately. However, I can put in a special call.
I think we might have the resources available for ourselves if you like. Is there a problem?
Nope.
She's not a fan of.
I said nope. Do not speak for me.
Right, so to Grey Russell.
No, Sir Russell.
Splendid.
We go.
Yeah.
I'll give you a ride.
I can take the
If I-
thing again. It's fine. I can
No.
drive. I gotta like take the keys or the lever or whatever.
Devil woman!
But I got it now. I can drive.
No!
Fine. Teach me how to make one of these.
Teach you nothing.
I'll have to drive yours again.
You got me so angry, my age is coming out.
We know Alfred's secret!
I'm most sorry, madam. I don't know what happened.
Oh, I finally have great more respect for him
I
now.
had
Hey.
an event, a spell. It was...
I'm a witch,
a wizard
apparently.
did it. I apologize. Either way, no devil woman. All right. So you guys are headed back to your house to get dressed. Is that what I am
Yeah.
understanding?
Yes.
Wonderful.
You're borrowing clothing.
Rory is pissed. And also pissed at this point. She's like, oh, we have to go. Fine. And
Make a
she's
con
just
save.
like, fuck.
You said it.
Oh, I'm carrying her.
Good.
Tyrion stats.
Good. Yeah.
So
Great.
So
hold on. Question. Just
Yeah.
because I want to have some fun and I want to get a DM ruling on this.
yeah.
It says I can change it with any ally that I can see.
Yeah.
So
can make it
can I
lower.
just change her?
Yeah.
So you critical fail, and now I've got a 3.
That is evil, but I'm on board with it. I'm here for this.
Passed out.
Fucking here for this. Oh no, I'm gonna wake up and they're gonna dress me in some ridiculous fucking.
She will have. I will have been nowhere near it.
I passed out in the back of the car.
We'll be back.
Do you need any help? Nope. Never mind. Never mind. She's
Okay.
not- Okay.
Off you go.
Thanks.
Yeah. So we make our
I
way.
feel like Rory is going to be very unhappy when she gets back.
Most likely. But she's rather drunk, so that should help.
No, she'll probably have more.
This is payback for when I made Nora pass out. When I drank Nora under the table, isn't it?
Oh, no.
I didn't do what? No.
Yeah.
Gonna be nice.
Okay.
Well, let's
you
see
totally
what you're
guessed
in your
it.
work.
Yes, of course. Between now, do you need anything?
Well,
Yes.
Yes. All right. Let's see what we can do. So, going through our parents and my closet.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So.
Oh, wait, keep that dice. Sounds really heavy. Wherever did you get it?
It's a skull splitter dice.
Oh,
It's a what?
Skull splitter.
Skull splitter, you
Skull
say?
splitter. Yes, right out of St. Pete, Florida.
Oh.
Oh, that's so fancy.
Investigation, you say?
Yeah.
That is a 20.
Yeah, you are able to find a number of clothes that fit both of them. You suspect, for Jeremiah, giving his larger build, some of your dad's later clothing when he was a bit heavier fits him. It's not fitted or tailored, so some people are going to be able to tell, but does a decent job. He's got to like fix his hair and stuff. Make a disguise check. You are proficient in disguise?
Proficient in disguise. Yes.
Yeah, I'll give
Jeremiah
you
is just
proficiency
standing-
and I'll give you charisma on it. That's fine.
He just looks miserable.
Hey man, you're used to it by now. You get disguised
16.
every week.
The many disguises of
16.
From
Jeremiah.
chauffeur to
Solid.
hobo to upper class
Yeah.
gentle sir.
It's the amazing change in Jeremiah.
I don't know how I feel
A
about this being a
documentary
thing.
by Jeremiah.
I literally, every week that I played, I've had a different disguise.
This is my new favorite game.
Oh, God.
It's a series of unfortunate events, you might say.
Oh, no.
No.
Craig, you are also able to find
But what'd you roll for mine?
It's 16.
find some clothing for
right.
his slider build, correct?
So
Um,
perhaps some of my old clothing.
Absolutely.
We'll keep some of the rings.
I'm not trying to
I know
hide.
exactly what I'm
Do you
looking
want me to
for,
do another?
for both of us.
Okay.
So
That's fine.
Are you
Yeah,
gonna
make a
match?
disguise
Please
check for
match.
her.
Oh,
For him.
God, I want you to match.
That is a 19.
I
Okay.
look wonderful.
You look great.
you look. You look. You certainly look.
Younger days.
Jeremiah, are you wearing armor?
I
In
am...
that phrase, were you wearing armor?
Answer my question.
Just answer the
This
question.
is like a...
Answer the question.
I am now no longer wearing armor.
You are no longer wearing armor. You also no longer have holsters for your guns. I will let him make a disguise check to try to hide a pistol on you. But your shotgun.
Can't I just, like, is it attached to the pants? It's like a whole holster. Can't I just fasten it to the pants? Oh, no, then I'll just be out there. Never mind. Oh, God. So am I rolling it, or is he rolling
He
it?
can. I'll allow him to do it.
You
You
want to help?
can.
Yeah,
disguise.
let's...
Are you proficient in disguise?
Never mind, you are on your own.
Your own.
That is a 16.
You're able to pretty well hide a pistol. What do you have a pistol?
Yes.
Great. Pistol on his lower back.
Do you,
If he
any-
gets searched, they'll find it. But
question for you, sir. Do you have anything other than guns?
No.
Have
I
you ever
don't
used
really-
anything other than guns?
Not really. I'm pretty proficient
So
from
be it.
my growing up.
okay,
Can I keep a pistol hidden or no?
he's got to disguise it on you. These are not your normal clothes.
Right.
So do you?
If it doesn't succeed, I could wear my normal jacket.
Okay, make a disguise check.
Wait. I can yield simple weapons.
You can.
I thought it meant...
So, club, knife.
I didn't see the comma. I thought it was simple one and two-handed small arms, but it's simple, comma, one and two-handed small arms.
Mm-hmm.
So, to be fair, I'm taking everyone's guns, and I'm leaving them with your things.
gonna do what?
I am going to hide on you knives. I'm not dealing with firearms.
You don't have to. It's my
If
fire.
you want to try and hide it, that's fine, but I'm hiding knives.
So now I have to hide my own.
If you want to try.
And you have, that's a 22 to hide
A knife.
Yep.
a knife for the doctor.
Okay.
I have no idea what the stats are on that.
D4.
D4.
One D4.
Oh, what?
and can
No,
use your
that's
dex.
that's for her for damage.
Oh, okay.
You're still rolling.
Well,
like you rolled.
I'm still screwed because I rolled a
8 plus. You're
no. I
so
rolled
you're
a
not-
6.
Oh, you rolled a 6.
Yeah.
So what's your charisma?
So I'm at an 8.
It bulges. It is.
Where did he hide it though?
He
Not in the
stuck
bulges
it in it like he tried to put it where he normally puts his shotgun, and he's just got one big lumpy leg.
Well, you can't go like that, madam. I'm sorry.
He's just moving the lump
This was the
around.
opportunity for me to do that picture that I sent you that the other day.
If I normally use wisdom to shoot, would it be wisdom to stab also or not?
You have to check your ladder.
Yeah, I only know it for guns.
If
'cause I got guns.
if it is specific to sometimes
Okay.
sometimes it's for everything. Or where did you get that ability? Was that from your ladder? Usually it is.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It
They'll
is.
change it, but I think it's for just attacks.
Attack and damage rolls. So
Great.
yes.
So
yes,
you
yes,
can
yes.
use your wisdom.
Okay, cool.
Yep. So you are you proficient in simple weapons?
Yeah.
Great. So same attack. It's a D4 on damage. Add
Yeah.
your wisdom to that.
Okay.
All the same jazz.
Can I try to make poison?
Uh,
Sorry, we probably don't have time for that.
You probably don't.
I have a
At
poisoner's kit and
at
I'm
an-
proficient in it. So.
I mean, if you want to try to rush one.
Sure, why not? We have knives now, so I'm gonna poison
Okay.
things.
Due to the haste, I'll say at disadvantage.
Okay. Let's see. And it's proficiency plus.
I'll give you wisdom.
Okay, so 17.
17, sure. I'll allow you to put together a vial of a contact poison with a DC equal to, what's your wisdom modifier?
5.
Equal to 15.
Cool.
If they fail, they have the poisoned condition for 1 minute.
Okay, and we could apply that to a weapon if we wanted
Yep,
to.
you can apply it to a weapon. It'll last for 1 minute.
Is it my strength or dexterity for the knife?
It's whatever you normally attack with.
normal attack.
Okay, that's good. So then I'm at a +6 as well.
Okay. Anything else for the gents?
Then I want to make her a healing potion as well. Sorry. So I'll knock off a hit die.
Do it.
Is this a new day? Yes, it is.
No.
Same day
same
that
day.
you've been moving around.
Okay, so when we went to the shop and come back.
Same day.
Cool.
Yep. Ladies.
Okay, so she's passed out.
Yeah.
Okay, so this whole time, Lucy's been wearing her mom's old clothes.
Okay.
So there are a couple of like opera gowns
Okay.
that she would wear that are saved and in relatively good condition.
Okay.
We're both gonna wear, but it's very Belle Epoque. Very we're going to something in Paris.
Caitlin loves it, but Rory's gonna hate it.
All right, well,
Yeah. Also, are you undressing her?
yes.
Be aware.
Has to.
Yeah, there are not only
Is she
like
booby
3
trapped?
different guns. She also has grenades and like a shit ton of stuff. Just like this is that scene, that uncomfortable scene from Pirates 3, where Keira Knightley's just like pulling guns out of everywhere.
Yeah, how did she get that up her?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's called Kegels. Look it up.
Girl,
Kidding.
don't.
Or don't Google it, kids.
Everyone here knows.
Not sure how to. That's weird. She kind of gets you dressed and does your hair.
Oh god, it's lovely. It's pixie hut.
Are you proficient
What are you
in
doing to my
disguise?
hair?
No.
Then just make a dex check for me.
Okay.
It's a pixie cut. Like, what are you doing to it? I genuinely want to know for the visual.
Spitting on it and smoothing it down. I don't.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, blow me up!
No.
I don't know, miss. I have grenades on me and don't tell people about it, am I?
Well, now that you mention it,
Oh!
how many grenades do you have?
Oh wow!
How many?
Your house. Oh shit! How many do I have?
Also, if it's too many, I gotta start checking your carrying capacity. your
She's watching
physical
your
weight.
jingles as she walks.
Yes.
She's McManning for legit reasons.
Like, Vince McMahon walk?
I
Yeah.
had,
It's not a Conor McGregor walk.
how many did I
Let's
have?
be real.
I had, sorry. It was in a certain amount of that I could buy, and now I'm looking for the price chart again. It has vanished. There they are, the grenades. Let's see. I have a couple of oh, I'm the guy from Atlantis.
How many?
Yeah.
10.
Why not?
10.
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
Shit.
No.
Also, would you like to know what kinds they are?
Yes.
So I have concussion grenades, flashbang grenades. I have heat grenades, those big ones that are for armored trucks.
Yeah. You
I
thought
have
were just for fire.
I have smoke screening grenades.
How dead am I?
And I have smoke signal grenades.
There are
So 2
5.
of each.
There are 5 types.
I have 2 of each.
So, but there are 5
There are
types.
5 types.
Great. I'm gonna roll this d6, and on a 6, I'm gonna roll it again. I'm gonna roll it twice. So, what is the 4th type?
Oh my god.
God.
That was a heat.
Hold on. No, hold on. No.
Yeah.
Should
It is.
concussion?
Yes.
EMP flash grenade.
Heat. How much damage does it?
2d6. It's 2d6.
You have to make a dex save.
And
you don't.
it is. Oh. Oh no.
Oh, God.
I'm so sorry.
11.
That is 11 points of damage to you. That is 12 points of damage to you. You auto-fail and take max damage because you're KO'd.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to see, after that goes off, how many of the other grenades that you have on you
Oh, God.
go off.
Oh, God. We have to lose some people in not battle.
Why did I say? I was trying to be.
I will say nothing else goes off, but I believe this is a good safety lesson in grenades.
What else am I supposed to do with them?
I don't know.
I can't. They're supposed to be. Don't tell me that. There's nothing else I can do with them.
Bag, perhaps?
I was saying they're not a bag.
Like
They're
go-go?
all in my person. Like I don't just like carry it out here. Like.
So you
Do we hear this go on?
yes you do.
I would fucking hope so. It's not that big of a house.
You are able to toss it into a fireplace at the last.
Can this be before we got changed?
Sure, absolutely.
Oh, Christ.
Can I come running?
Yes,
Wait, this is going to bother me. What's the name of the one girl from Big Hero 6 who has, like, the button bag where she presses it?
Something?
Yeah.
Honey lemon.
Honey lemon.
Okay.
There we go.
So, you get blown up, partly.
Hey, that's our initiation in this group. I got blown up last time.
You got blown up again this time.
It's me. It's my thing.
Was this part of the plan exactly? What on earth happened here?
It's all part of this.
She's just staring into the fire.
Like Seamus Finnegan when he blows up spells in his face.
You didn't necessarily need to undress Rory at that point. Most of her shit's just burned.
Oh no!
Is she okay?
You put her out. She's awake now.
Oh god.
Yeah. Speaking of which, HEAT stands for High Explosive Anti-Tank.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
I should be really dead.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks
I
for not.
will go and assess.
Yeah,
her
it's
medical
2d6
condition
and
you
it's a
seem
5-foot
okay.
radius. So, I'm sorry.
12.
I'm
How's
sorry.
the room look?
You threw it into the fireplace. I am not damaging your house.
Thank you.
Just all of my clothes.
All your clothes.
What about me? Never mind.
So, yeah, stop talking.
I'm trying to not.
You're fine. Nobody's mad at you.
No, I'm not mad at you, but you're like,
Just
what
playing.
about the shush? Everything on you is explosive.
That's why I was asking.
You're
Because I would hate if he, after the fact, when I'm in the fight, suddenly goes, Oh, that damage earlier? Did it do this? Because he's done that before.
Alright, what else do you have on you?
My guns, are they okay? Did she get those off
Your
first,
guns are
basically?
fine. Your guns are fine.
Thank you.
Your guns are fine. Yeah.
For now.
Is this a situation where they could rest briefly and be okay, or do they need medical attention?
They can. I will say it is not the fire. It is the concussive force
Sure.
that hurt them.
Do I wake up?
Yeah, you're awake.
awake now?
Yeah, you're awake now.
No one
It is.
Passed out drunk, but whoa, grenade!
What the other fuck? And I go for grabbing for things.
None of it's there.
But I'm just naked.
It's gone, Rory. It's all gone.
Everybody's dead, Dave.
There's a dress in the wardrobe for you. I'll be dressing elsewhere. Just leaves the room.
I just look at everything's.
So.
Do be careful.
I will say the fireplace is now black. Yeah, it's
Good.
it's been charred.
Good.
So,
I need a drink.
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
That was a thing.
You want to make a? Are you proficient in disguise?
No, what
I
is
was
that?
just thinking she was going to be difficult to dress because she's drunk and
Then
passed
she threw
out.
the grenade.
And then
I mean, that one. Where is disguise? It's not on here.
it's a tool proficiency.
Oh, then no.
Okay, so roll a dex check for me.
Hey, that's an 18.
Hey,
No,
there you go.
19.
Yeah.
Sorry, plus 2. 19.
Yeah,
You got like that smoky eye look going.
Yes.
This was on purpose.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, you just take the black off of everywhere except your eyes and lips, and you're like, oh,
The hair is just like.
Yeah. I just Mulan it, but my lips and eyes are still fine.
Nice.
There you go.
Nice.
And can I... So she's left dressed.
Yeah.
Good. Great. They're all equally ridiculous.
A dress.
There's
I've left
one.
Oh, you love a dress. Okay,
You
great.
do not get a choice.
You do not get access to my mother's
So
closet.
was I doing disguise kit to try to just for the face?
Just to get your, just so that Rory can put on a fancy dress
Okay.
effectively
Okay.
and fix her hair and face.
Look
That's
around.
all you've done so far.
So I packed some grenades into the. No, I'm kidding.
You-
I'm kidding.
You can try.
Nope, I will not.
Okay.
Can I try to get? Because I have small gun and big guns, but big gun I'm gonna. Can I try to hide a small gun in my girdle?
You can, yeah, give me another disguise check.
They have bustles.
Fuck! Now I roll a 7.
So you get the idea to hide it in the
Yeah.
bustle, but it keeps falling out.
Great. Can I try to hide the big gun in my bustle now? Well, that one fucking didn't work.
I'll let you try again
Higher.
at disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I'm just. You know what? I have nothing else, guys. I have no other abilities. If we don't have weapons and we get in trouble, I can do nothing. I just have to run. That's a 9. Y'all, we gonna die.
We could always try just talking to people.
I know, but just in case.
Okay.
The best you come up with is a bag.
Well, that's gonna be terrible. And I angrily fucking stuck out in this. Pissed at the dress, pissed that I can't have any of my weapons on me, knowing I'm gonna have to pay for that fireplace, and pissed that my most expensive grenades got blown up on me, and possibly internally bleeding a little bit. Just pissed.
Oh, you'll be fine.
Doctor
Real
says you're
angry.
okay.
I don't trust that particular doctor.
All right.
Do you like some morphine?
Yes.
No. I mean, yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Yes.
Let's get weird with
Like
this.
fucking
right?
wood.
Hey, Sean.
Hey.
We're going to a German smoke shop. Let's get weird.
Are you taking morphine?
Yes.
Make a con save.
Oh,
I knew that was going to
I
happen.
didn't know that was. I've never done it. 12.
Oh,
I didn't know.
Don't you have -1 per con?
No, just solid 0. I didn't know. I don't know what it was.
Hey, this is how she finds
Yes.
out. This is how you find out,
This is
kids.
how you get your first dealer. They
but
go, do you want to
don't
try this?
do
And you won't
drugs.
ask questions.
That's right.
Stay
Okay.
in school. Don't do drugs.
You
Or stay in school and sell them.
no.
No.
That's
you
never
know
a
this?
message that we send.
Ever.
Ever.
Shut up,
Don't do
Eric.
that.
All right.
Don't listen to things he says.
Moving on.
That's never okay.
That's a yeah. Anyway,
Never funny.
you You do fail. You do not fail terribly.
Okay.
You have advantage. I will say you get 6 temporary hit points,
Good, I lost 12, so I'm not completely dead.
and I will give you advantage on Constitution saves against
Ooh.
pain, but you have disadvantage on all Dex and Intelligence checks and Wisdom checks.
Intelligence is what you're good at, isn't it?
But,
Yeah, but I can't shoot right now, so it doesn't matter.
but it's cool because you feel great.
You feel
I have done this
great.
before.
You have.
Oh my gosh, it's hydrocodone.
Yeah.
So I'm-
So you're a little slow and a little sleepy.
and find
a
everything
little
hilarious.
spacey. Yeah, everything's real
You
funny.
sound like a British
Just
aristocrat.
be like,
You sound like a
A
what?
British aristocrat.
The disguise is complete.
Oh, that's probably why I'm here.
All right.
Also,
cool.
what did you have?
wait,
That's the right voice
what
for me.
accent was that?
If you don't do this as Winnie, I will punch you.
What I do have, is no, darlings. Never mind. Not the point. Do you have any extra of those large knives that you seem to be wearing? Do you have large?
No.
No, I don't think she
What?
needs a knife.
No, thank you so much, darling.
Quite entertaining.
Thank you for one of those others that you have.
She doesn't have anything.
I don't have any more.
She didn't take anything out yet.
What I do have though is those buttons.
Have you
Okay,
But I have to roll a disadvantage now to see if it sticks.
sure.
What are buttons?
The button, the
So
adjustments
button
I have.
is a
Button is
for her. Button is a just a generic term. It's a weapon mod. She can mod weapons.
on knives.
With
for certain
with
things.
gears and make it like a chainsaw knife. Sure.
Well,
I
so
don't-
for
that's
instance,
fine.
I'm not letting myself like okay. So like for instance with him, because we discussed this, like with his
Right.
brass knuckles, I gave him that push thing.
Yeah.
I can't do that with a knife. It doesn't make structural sense.
no, yeah.
So what I think I could give myself though.
Switchblade.
No, they do have knives where like,
Force?
it's like knuckles on them and then also.
But that's not what I'm doing.
But yeah, that was to like push somebody 10 feet or
Yes.
something.
So what I am gonna try to do though is equip one of the ones where it would make sense for a knife, basically. So I'm gonna try to equip pardon me. First the explosive round, which is explosive. It just when I do critical hit, I get to roll thrice, just
Sure.
in case. I would try
Okay.
that. I would know to try that.
How many points does that cost?
One.
That
I have
costs
9.
one.
Yeah, it costs 1.
Okay, I'm gonna say the limit on what you can put on a knife
Yeah, it's gonna be
is
like
equal to your intelligence.
so 4.
That's fine.
4 points worth or 4 mods?
4 points
Good,
worth.
great, thank you. That's gonna be an 1 was a nat 20, but that's not it. 11.
11 barely succeeds.
Great. So I have that, and then I'm gonna try to do the floating reticle, which is +1 bonus to attack rolls. That is a 2 and a 3. Neither of those are gonna succeed. +4, like that's
Yeah,
not
nope.
gonna be great. So I lose that tech point. And I'm gonna try to do increased caliber, so a D4 would become a D6. Can I just give it an edge? Like,
Okay,
can it electrify it?
sure.
That's the chainsaw knife.
I'll give you a
Basically, that would be
yeah.
chainsaw knife or something.
Sure.
No, that's a nat 1. Okay, so the only thing that works is if I happen to crit, I get to roll thrice the damage.
There you go.
I'm not gonna just keep rolling those again to try the same things because that seems like
Yeah,
stupid.
those points are spent.
expended,
You can't retry.
No, that's fine. That's
Yep.
what I figured. And also that was does anyone else want on theirs?
I'm good.
I don't know. I think I'm fine.
Are you sure?
Jeremiah.
I could put one on yours. Makes it extra stabby.
I don't think I know.
Not going
Never
to
make that gesture again.
Going to a smoke shop.
Can I try? Can I try to hide the
You
knife
of all
on me
people.
now?
Yeah, you can make it. Yeah, it's a
disadvantage.
disguise. A disadvantage.
I know.
Honestly,
Oh,
I'd
actually, I'll
rather just have
stand
my
there. I'm
guns
gonna
back.
stand there. I'm gonna stand there with a knife. Who wants to put it in me?
Can I get it? Dear.
Just
Doctor?
Yeah. It should help with the pain. I
no, I'll do it myself.
What's going on? Lucy is committing suicide.
This is happening.
14, by the way, to hide the knife.
Sure, you're able to.
I have one thing.
I just want my guns back, but he wouldn't.
Me
help
too, but they
put
wouldn't
them
let me
back.
take them, and then I blew up. Doesn't she look beautiful though? She looks so pretty even when
Are you-
she's singed. She's so nice.
So perhaps we should go
You
then.
should go tell her that.
Let you.
Oh, did she told you all about this?
Right, to the restaurant.
Is she the only one who speaks German?
Oh, I
And she's high as a kite.
But that was seriously like just out of nowhere in full bro, just for fuck's sake.
am! So as we're driving there, I'm gonna try to emulate them voice-wise and be really fancy. Like I'm trying to learn how to speak like a lady.
But with German.
Sounds like
What
that.
in German?
I guess I sound like a lady. Yes.
He is who I was thinking of, actually.
I take it this was your doing.
Oh no, I had nothing to do with it whatsoever.
Oh.
The first one's free, my dear.
Oh
That's how
God.
they get you. Crack.
No, crack.
Oh,
Where's that crack?
I
man.
said crack.
So did I. I thought you said crack.
It's a crack.
It's the same thing.
It was like, you gave her what?
We talked about this.
We
Holy
warned
crap.
them. It was the debauchery show on Friday nights.
Yeah.
All right, so we get in the stupid car.
You get who's driving?
Not her.
Me.
Who's proficient?
Me, I'm
Car.
driving.
It's his
Oh,
car.
I didn't know.
I know.
He knows how to
My
drive.
Yeah,
car.
I know.
Are you proficient in land vehicles?
Yes, actually, I am.
Wonderful.
I thought proficient in boats.
Oh, proficient.
Take your pick.
Cool. I think it's going to be land vehicles.
Oh no.
Does it matter?
Apparently it's not land vehicles.
No, I'm going to use my ability.
Plus proficiency.
I'm going to use my
Make
ability.
it a 3.
Hustle pull.
Yeah, hustle pool.
Okay.
So that's my. So it's Dex, you said?
Yeah.
I can-
I mean, let me rephrase. If you're proficient, you can get
don't
there.
touch.
That's not an issue.
Cool.
It's when you're not proficient
Yeah, no,
and
I
you're
am.
trying to drive a vehicle that you're unfamiliar with,
Very good.
and especially when they are this new.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you drive it in a stressful situation,
Of course.
then yeah,
Great.
then
Done.
we're gonna need checks. But that was a silly thing to call for.
No
I
worries.
apologize.
It's all good.
You guys arrive at the
Smoky
area
ass.
in Chelsea. Give me perception checks as you guys.
Right, so I can see.
17?
Okay.
I
5.
said I can see. What the fuck?
Perception. 15.
13.
7.
What do I have advantage on right now?
Not
Just
Con
the con
saves.
saves. Just making sure.
Just con saves.
Just making sure.
Yeah, you have, but it's for like.
I'm not in pain.
Yeah, I mean, because it's morphine, you don't feel pain, so that's and I'll give you
This
I
is
mean,
how I become addicted.
Yes.
This is how Sean feels all the time.
Thomas.
Thomas. Yeah,
Thomas.
thank you. I forgot his character.
so you guys locate the. I heard a 17 somewhere.
Yeah.
You did great. You do locate at the end of the alley. Near there's a shop front, and then it's a pretty unassuming building. It looks like it gets very little traffic, but down at the end of the corner near the alley, there is a sign that is like a paper sort of poster plastered up, different things. And there is also like a couple of like collars boxes, things like that. You do end up seeing the caterpillar, the smoking caterpillar that you're looking for that identifies the alley.
Okay.
So you do locate that. You come walking down the alley. There is a unassuming door, but lounging near it is a very large gorilla of a man. Shoulders just sort of hunched, his arms thick, his shirt stretched across them, sleeves
Bigger
rolled
than
up.
Jeremiah.
How big is Jeremiah?
6'5", 247.
It's close.
Okay.
He might edge you out in the weight department.
Mhm.
He's a broad husky dude. Yeah, no, yeah.
I know.
Jeremiah is definitely, especially for the time. But he meets you at least. He might have a 10, 15 pounds on you, stone on you. So
A stone?
I go right up to the gentleman and I say, hold on.
I'm just
I say,
hovering
I'm
behind.
gonna try this. I'm sorry, Jeremy.
No, I'm not.
Oh God.
Hallo, wir haben ein paar fine Zigarren, wenn Sie uns lassen wollen. It is, hello, we have some fine cigars. Should you care to let us in?
She's extraordinarily drunk. I apologize.
make a persuasion check.
That is not a disadvantage. You didn't say that one.
That's true.
Oh, it's not great.
Even it wasn't just.
Yeah. That's a 10. So I get advantage for the German.
Sorry, what was that?
And I say it again, but a little bit clearer and still in German.
Stop.
Yes, please.
Dear, I was hoping you had a light.
I don't. Do you?
Yes, I do. And I was told, and goes through the series of lighting, hands him a smoke, and goes through the series of lighting that I was shown by the
With
shopkeeper.
I go into my bag
Mm-hmm.
and pull out the box of matches.
Yeah.
He ignores the box of matches.
Okay. And then I
But-
just hold them.
But after you successfully light the cigar,
Yes.
he takes a puff of it and leans over, and there's like a little eye hole,
Mhm.
and sort of blows the smoke into it, and then there is a couple of clicks.
Oh, this is
and
the
door-
coolest one we've been in.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
And I say that out loud.
Does he just like wait? So what we see is we just see him put his mouth through a hole and just like blowing it through.
Like he
Not
kind
too
of leans over, and then sideways, just this thick plume of smoke that pours through it. Some of it, it's not all, but
Oh, okay.
and sort of
I was just picturing him like going against the door, taking it, and I go.
No.
The door opens. You guys are allowed inside.
Dankeschön. Just.
It is a
So sad for you, Truman.
quiet establishment.
To the
Dankeschön.
There
I
you
kind
go.
of awkwardly curtsy to the gorilla guy.
He gives you a nod.
I think he liked you. I think he liked you.
You guys make your way inside. It is the room is filled with smoke. It has the sweet smell of pipe and secondhand tobacco. There is whiskey emanating throughout the room. Not many females in here, but there are a couple. Seems to be primarily
a couple. So.
Yeah.
Are they smoking or are they companions?
They are not companions they are like wives or girlfriends.
Right, they're dates.
Right.
They're not,
Wives.
but they're not.
They're not whores.
Well, but they're not participating.
There are some hookahs that are around. That seems to be what they are.
Okay.
They are participating in. There is one woman, middle-age-ish, probably 30-ish, who is smoking. Elderly at that by such standards. But that is smoking a cigarette. So, she's in her 30s, maybe later 30s. So,
Okay.
there is a bar, but the bar has, even the chairs on the bar are not like low stools. They are like high back. And they sort of spin, and there's a number of rails for people to kind of step up onto. And those seats are few. There's only about maybe 8 to 10 of them across the whole bar. They're more for solitary individuals, and the way they're set up, they're not designed to be social or communal. There are a number of booths that line the walls. The rest of it is rich woods along the floor and the tables. There are a few tables in the across the floor. It's a relatively small establishment. There is make a perception check.
Everybody or just
Everybody that's in there and looking around.
14.
Ooh! Perception. 15.
Okay, 18. I heard
No, I
No.
said 8.
8. 4.
14.
14.
9.
9. 15. At
At
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Okay.
I rolled a 13 and a 14.
All right, I
Yeah.
believe you. I'm just checking.
Yeah.
There is one table, one booth in the back corner that has a lamp on it. The rest of them are lit from electric hanging lights.
I poke whoever's nearest me,
I've-
which I
I've-
assume is her.
I have linked arms with
Good.
you.
I noticed that. I said, "Oh, my dearest Lucy, do you think we should go to that one over there? It looks very promising, doesn't it?" Trying so hard to be a proper lady, but like not doing it very well. And I just start walking that way.
And I'm being dragged to a booth.
and as soon as there's movement, is there anybody even with a 4? I know I'm probably blinded by a lot of smoke. Does it look like there's a host or someone who would be seating anyone?
No, seems to be open.
Then I will head over to that table.
Okay. As you all make your way over to the table, you can see that there is one woman sitting at the back of the booth, her back to the corner, who is playing with the matches and the bits of fire from it, and there's a number of burnt ones that are hanging around there. Next to the lamp, there is a smoking hookah with small plumes coming out of it. Looks like the charcoal has probably burnt a while ago. And on next to the lamp, there's also a number of dishes that seem to have other charcoals to be put into them. She's sort of toying about. She is dressed in proper attire, but of a more masculine design, similar to perhaps Verity, who a number of you have met. She wears jackets, but they are rolled up her sleeve, about mid forearm. She has a piece on the outside, and there's a bit of embroidery around it that has a lovely design. It is in a feminine cut, so I guess the 1888 equivalent of a lady's pantsuit, if there were ever such a thing.
I say, how come she got to wear pants and I had to wear this frilly
We're so sorry, we didn't realize that the table was taken.
So that's all right. Please, come, sit down.
Oh, yes, that sounds
Do you need
entirely
a
lovely.
light?
I believe the lamp has been lit. Litten? Litten.
Lit.
It's lit.
lit.
It's lit.
Hashtag lamp lit.
Lamplit.
Lit. Mine apologies. English is not the first language.
That's all right, you can speak in German. And I just start trying to talk to her in German, which I will not Google Translate this time.
Thank you.
That's not polite. Not everyone in the party can understand you.
I can translate. I just wanted her to feel at home.
That is all right.
What is your name?
We are in the English land. We will speak the English language. If you would be so kind as to introduce yourself first, as you are joining my table.
Fair. Lucy?
Lucy.
Lucy Tufton.
It is a pleasure. My name?
Alfred Tufton.
Dr. Horatio Octavius Crabbe. A pleasure, my dear. Do you mind if I partake of your hookah?
Jeremiah Wilson.
Rory O'Malley.
Oh, fuck you. Wait,
Yep.
are you smart enough to do that right now?
It's not that. It's a character thing.
Even when you're drugged?
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Wait, what?
No one's asked.
I lost my name. Sorry.
It happens.
That is. No. No. There are many words.
Zarathustra?
Zarathustra it is.
No.
That is it. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am Grand Inquisitor
Cassandra.
Helena Dice Ruiz.
Inquisitor. Wasn't aware we'd had those since, well, the Inquisition.
But nobody expected it, so yeah.
Dice Ruiz.
Dice. Ruiz?
Yep.
Like,
Dias Ruiz.
huh. I apologize. It's a rather Hispanic name.
It is.
Sorry, I just went Highlander there. I'm sorry.
Oh God!
Yes, I'm Spanish.
Think of this episode as Sean Connery.
Everyone has to have a Sean Connery moment.
Sponsored by Sean Connery.
Can we assume that you are the one who left a missive, perhaps?
That would be a accurate assumption.
Well, we are all ears, obviously. So,
I am pleased. Do help yourself.
thank you so much.
Are there snacks?
There are no.
Can there be snacks?
No. This is not a meeting establishment.
Can there be drinks?
There are.
I'd like to order a drink.
Then you should go to the bar.
I was asking.
I know.
Thank you. I was like,
I was
will go to
stuck
the
there, and
Genuinely,
I didn't. I was,
yeah.
You can go get a drink.
Like,
I
is-
will go. She speaks German. I will go.
What alcohol do they have in this time period in these places? I don't know.
Yes.
I tried. Thank you. Yeah.
Whiskeys.
Great.
Yeah.
Good. Great. A whiskey.
Whiskey, rye, gin.
Would you care for something?
Would you get her a juice, perhaps?
Is that what I should do? I shouldn't just give her another
Pills.
I think it was a syringe.
What?
It was.
Morphine isn't pill form yet.
Yeah.
Then why are you giving them pills?
Oh no! It's been established.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Sorry.
Thomas takes pills.
Oh, okay.
You're shooting
Sorry.
people up in my house?
I thought it was like she had a tie and okay.
Listen, okay.
Okay.
Right,
If it was opium, historically, you'd probably smoke it.
That's yeah. But like for morphine, like that was pretty. Yeah.
So
God.
right.
That's horrifying. You're just like, yep, it's just gonna get
I
ready.
watch medical dramas.
Can I do anything?
It,
Whiskey, I got it.
I feel like you're gonna need to drink, so I should not drink.
I'll be taken care of. Craig?
I'm quite happy with the
Right.
hookah for now.
2 fingers.
Yep.
Neat.
I go to start my career as a waitress. German smoke out.
So, may I ask why you, I guess you could say, requested our services?
Oh shit, did she want something to drink?
she has one.
Oh god, I'm like the worst.
No, she
I'm
was
sorry,
fine.
sweetheart. Do you want some? Okay, I'm sorry. I'll be back.
She was good.
Kitchen swan. I'm sorry.
There is a specific task which I find the Lamplighters to be uniquely suited to.
You have our attention.
I should hope so.
well, we came here, obviously. Of course.
You're not here.
No, I'm here.
She's not.
I
The
know
woman-
she-
Oh, you're going to the bar?
Speak.
Sorry.
I went to great lengths
Sorry.
to bring you here. I hope you find the establishment to your taste. There is employee, which has recently come into the employ of Seder Blood. The young lady is
it-
of
I don't.
some repute, which we hoped would hasten the, how do you say, processes which your government has been most unhelpful with. Unfortunately, it seems the young lady has begun to experience difficulties, which some of us find most unsettling. That is why we require an establishment of skill and discretion.
Might that young lady happen to be Helen? What? That
I am Helena.
the woman who I met.
Ada Hand.
Thank you. Yes.
Ava Hand.
Ava Hand.
No.
Nine.
What sort of difficulties? I understand with permitting or something like that, but is it a
there's a
health
bit of a labour
difficulty?
dispute.
There is. That is the permit required for us to operate as a English company.
But you said that her condition disturbed you. Certainly not to do with that.
No, her recent behavior has
Yes.
changed dramatically. She's lost. It is difficult to say.
Did you have
But-
any dealings with that Mesmer?
Not that I can speak of. But from what we've been able to compile, she presents a file, a folder, that has photo of the woman. You can see her name is I apologize. I may have misused. I may have done something terrible
Oh no.
and used the wrong name.
Yeah.
We would never know, though.
Ah, no, I'm good. You see, her name is Haley Talbot.
Talbot.
Talbot. She is the niece of Lord Talbot, whom he assured us would be able to hasten the permits. However, it seems those in Parliament have been rallying against that cause.
And
Make a history check for me.
might I ask why they seem so against you and your business? It doesn't seem. I mean, I talked to the people up at your office, and it seemed lovely. Why are they dragging their heels so much?
16.
16. That I cannot say. There is unfortunate fears of competition, I fear. They recognize the importance of German engineering.
And what exactly are you
Just wanted to
engineering?
say
Thank you.
that's
Yeah,
the-
that's beautiful.
The entire evening was German engineering.
Well
That's
done.
all about.
And what exactly engineering that they think they could do better? Because
That would be company secret until we are more established. I will not speak of the business of Cederblut. However,
Well, it simply wouldn't make a difference. Sorry, bad puns.
you know from your
need to
your
stop.
history check, there is Lord Kensington is the individual leading the opposition. Has blocked this bill from coming to the House of Lords. That is why they are now working through the House of Commons to pass it first. We fear that should this Lord Talbot's niece come to some ill effect, this would have negative repercussions on our business arrangement. So we were hoping that the Lamplighters would be so kind as to surveil the young lady and confirm or perhaps put at ease my fears.
What exactly is wrong with her?
We are not a superstitious people. However, there have been many witnesses to odd behaviors that have spoken of an influence that is beyond the kin of men.
Such as?
I would prefer to leave that to your observation, so as not to taint the process, as it were. Do understand that I have come specifically to the Lamplighters rather than some other private organization or investigators because of your capacity and willingness to at least entertain the idea of grander forces.
Yes.
How exactly did you find out about our capacity? Is that what?
I was just going to say, it would always help us. Even rumors and speculation are always helpful in knowing at least what to look for and what to keep our mind open for. Any more detail?
There's a bit of madness about her. She performs very well at work. However, we fear there is something that has taken a grip, a hold on the young lady.
What would would those you have heard of speculate on?
That I cannot say.
You can suppose.
There are many forces that it could be. From what I can tell, there is no ghost, poltergeist, or spirit about her. However, she has the ilk of someone who has recently come into great power.
I'm interested. I don't know much about business, I do confess. But I've never heard of the title Grand Inquisitor in any corporation before outside of the church.
That is why I am not a member of the State of Boot group. I have been requested from Rome to look into the matter. However, England, much like Germany, is a Protestant nation, and so the papacy has minimal influence here.
If you suspect possession, you wouldn't be calling on us.
No.
I have already ruled out poltergeist, spirit,
Or demon?
number of others. That I cannot say.
Where is this girl?
She keeps regular quarters. It is in the outline there.
And a good time for us to meet with her would be?
Might I suggest observing her at a distance first? But you are welcome to meet with her. You can see her work schedule and the local family and friends that she keeps all in the outline.
Can I ask why there's more than just one employee name in that list? Is she on the list?
No, she is the file.
She is the
the
You said it
whole
was.
file.
You said it was 6 people.
From the
You said,
previous
yeah,
file.
from the previous
Not
file. You
this
said
one.
was 6 people that we got sent.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, the
the
punch
work
cards and-
papers.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, sad.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I have taken the liberty of providing each up to 6 members. I do not know your genders necessarily. The Lamplighters have a wide variety of agents, so whomever Arthur chose to send, I was wanting to be prepared for.
You know Arthur?
I
Well,
know
again,
of Arthur.
how-
I have never met Arthur.
I come back to my previous question, and I mean this in all kindness. How the fuck do you find out about us in the first place?
Well, I suspect that the branch of the papacy that I work for have long since known about your organization far longer than you.
Does she have any regalia on her that says church? Like a cross?
She does have a cross on her.
Cool. I'm gonna go back to the bar.
Yeah.
So
Make insight checks.
Yay, disadvantage. Ooh.
9.
Good attack.
16.
18. Oh, wow. Never mind. You got
21.
Nice.
Her
12?
her German accent is impeccable. She's not German.
Okay, interesting. How do I know that? Like, do I observe something about her?
There's just something in the pronunciation.
Did she order drinks?
Like this instead of like this?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We'll go.
Thanks, Inglorious Bastards. We know
Yeah.
that.
You just pick up you just pick up a tick. It's probably just a gut feeling.
Also, her
Also,
name
her
is
name is-
remarkably not German.
Sure.
Does she look Hispanic?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Well,
there.
that point is just Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, yes.
you get the feeling that she is, if she's an agent from the Catholic Church, she probably comes from one of the more Latin countries. She blends very well into the German Seder Blut company.
I love her.
Okay.
So she probably gave you that name on purpose, right? So it's a it doesn't mix.
Okay.
Right. So she's being opaque but transparent in just the most spy worthy of ways.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
For those clever enough to see it.
Just not us.
And I didn't do terribly, but
Yeah, but as far as like her speaking, it is
German.
impeccable. Even for you that spoke German with her,
yeah.
like it sounds like her first language.
Yeah.
What was it? Was
Absolutely
it Matahari? They thought she was German until she got pregnant, and she started screaming out in her native language when she was giving birth.
Mm.
What?
Or something like that.
Yeah,
There was a
yeah,
sign
something like that.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah, they never knew until
Yeah.
nature
for
took
fuck's
over.
sake. Yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily feel like she's actually trying to keep that from us. It's because that's her disguise. While she's
That is her disguise. Like
Yeah.
she's in deep cover.
Yeah.
She
So I don't really
yeah, I mean, she
that
did
is
give you. I
her
mean, Dice
actual-
Ruiz.
well, maybe her
Yeah, she gave you a name, and even at this time, I mean, Germany has a lot of
Germany,
Protestant to it, right?
and
But
Germany really wasn't even Germany at this point.
right,
too.
no,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So, but I mean, she could have very easily still been a Catholic from the region, but
Sure.
she's shown you that separation of being a member of the papacy of the Catholic Church, of a branch of it, and not operating here out of a respect. So why she started in the company, you do not know.
excellent. Fantastic.
So we've got where exactly are we going with these? Because when I spoke to the company, they are currently not hiring anymore. They're not able to pay even the workers that they have.
Saderblut is definitely able to pay. That is not the issue. The issue is that we do not have the permit to complete the factory. However, Haley has been working as a designer and engineer, so she has access
Good.
to the factory as it stands. Also, our offices and the satellite offices in the heart of London. So, those should provide you access to a number of them. As for the punch cards, we have employed a number of different and analytical engines. These we found in and among her work papers, in and among her workstation. So, we are unsure what calculations she is making. At first, we suspected that it was a bit of espionage, not something that we were not prepared for. Opening a company such as CW here in London and hiring local Londoners, it was anticipated. However, there are certain aspects, the hours she keeps, the moves she makes, they are suspicious. Of course, for this effort, I would be willing to pay the organization of the Lamplighters £4,000. And each individual that spends a day in observation of her, a £50 fee per day for expenses.
Great, when do I start? And I like reach for like one of the start shuffling through the employee papers that we have and like looking for a name I like. Like
I'm intrigued as to the papacy's interest in this particular environment.
That of London or the factory or the girl there? The English Isles of great import now, aren't they?
Yes.
They are also a place where Catholicism has not prospered.
But it hasn't died either.
True. However, I fear you mistake. Myself and the papacy are separate from this AW group. We are working specifically to hinder forces of a darker nature.
Then you have no personal stake in the permitting process and whether this company is
I
successful.
care very little for that.
I see.
What?
On a personal level. Of course, I, as an agent for the AW,
Of course, yes.
care tremendously for it. But they set up their factory. They set it up here. They set it up there. There is, how you say, factory everywhere.
so just to be clear, before
I appreciate you so much.
I make a mistake and accidentally make an ally out of the young German lady that I met earlier, they are not the darker power, they are fine. You kind of indifferent to them.
Oh,
As a company, yeah.
As a company.
Yeah.
They are a German engineering company. So they are as evil as one might expect a German engineering company to be.
Great,
Watch
they're
them on
fine.
regulations.
That's a thing. But I mean, is
Nothing that can go wrong there.
they are not what
The problem.
we came here for.
Good.
No, they also are the ones that reach out to my organization for assistance. Me bringing you into this adventure is, how you say, a bit of jurisdictional formality.
Well, thank you. What do you know about the influences?
I know a bit, but more importantly, I know that they are growing. There have been more reported cases in the continent of violent attacks, of disappearances, of madness, of...
The yellow sign.
That I have heard of, but I have never seen.
Well, I have.
That is most unfortunate.
Yes.
Why would you say that? Why is it unfortunate to have seen it?
The rumor is, all who see the yellow sign are cursed. Not by the devil, but by something that is inconceivable. Something that is beyond the conception of mom. A bit of insanity, purely. Often, the sanatoriums across the continent have come across different artists, primarily, seems to be. Those that of a creative mind often fall into the traps of the yellow sign.
We encountered such a sign on an all too real victim of the more infamous Mr. Holmes.
I should let you know, right now there is no infamous Mr. Holmes.
Yeah, he just started.
Prior.
Or either.
Being known.
The only famous Holmes at the moment would strictly be among like gangsters.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
So yeah. Just
The
for
yet
clear.
to be infamous. Yes.
I didn't. If I
Yeah.
figured if the undergrounds were telling us that that's a name that people have heard
Yeah.
about,
Sure.
you might be aware of that.
When you mention it, that's fine. She does not recognize the
Doesn't
name Holmes.
flag it.
Yeah.
While all this conversation's going on, like I'm listening and whatever, but I just want to like eyeball the room, see if we're being watched at all or anything like that.
Yeah. Make a perception check.
Yeah, it's not gonna go well probably. 11.
Nobody seems to take a terrible amount of interest. You guys did the most you get is you guys went from her being like by herself and being a little weird by herself to being in a big group and a little weird in a big group. But nobody seems to. They seem to more focused on their own social night.
Okay, I still want to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, if I understand that this is a great deal of importance to you and both of your organizations, the one that has hired you, obviously, much more urgently than the other that you serve.
The fear for the other, and what makes it a time-sensitive event, is the fear that much like your yellow sign, this bit of madness might spread. We have seen more and more cases of a contagion of sorts among the mentally ill. Sanatoriums where the sane go insane.
Such a place will drive a person to madness.
More often than not.
Proximity. So, also, Haley's proximity to the Lord Talbot might spur your motivations.
Why do you believe that this particular instance is not the yellow sign?
I do not. I have no bearing either way.
I see. I
So,
see.
that is what I was hoping you would
Of course.
look into. That it be yellow sign or
No.
devil or vampire or werewolf or doctor or whatever it may be.
Yes. Well, of course, there's always the politicians to worry about.
They are the worst. No,
For sure.
that is not true. Grad students. You're welcome.
If we potentially need to use your larger organization as a resource,
Intermittently, I can reach back to Rome for bits of information.
much in the same way that you contacted us, is there a way to contact you?
That is, yes.
Carrier
The drop
pigeons.
that I utilized, Arthur should be well aware of. That I will keep eyes on.
Thank you.
Thank you. What else might I be of service with?
You could share a drink.
That would be a pleasure.
Just a mental contagion, right? Not a physical one.
It's
You
mental,
mentioned-
not physical.
I am unsure.
They just talked about going crazy. They didn't talk about any outwardly sort of sickness.
We have seen both. Relations not necessarily matching each other, but one is not always separate from the other. Sometimes it is. We are dealing with quite a bit on the continent.
Murray just goes back to her drink. She's still high, but she's much more somber high now.
Sir, please, do me a favor. Assure your sister that I am not here for her.
That was fantastic.
I appreciate that. And I would appreciate your discretion as well.
But of course, the Rome has no standings here in London. There will be no hunters from us coming for her or any other.
Oh, they know. May I ask how y'all know about her? She kind of doesn't say y'all. I do. I'm from there. I don't know.
Use.
Use guys.
Use guys.
Make a persuasion check.
I'll take it. Ooh. That little extra point I got in charisma helped me out. 17.
Then, we kept very close eye on the Lamplighters organization, and after seeing a number of incidences, they also began to look into disappearances that could perhaps be related to Haley. Unfortunately, none of them panned out, but I did interview a very nice dancing girl who seemed most uncomfortable with the lady.
With Our Lady?
That one. Yeah. Subtlety is not your strong suit. Yeah. Beg my pardon.
But I do wonder, exactly, is my sister's condition common,
9.
treatable?
We are in the process of researching such things. However, I should say your sister is in. She is not. She is as Grand Duke might say. Her soul remains intact.
I'd be interested in speaking with you a bit more about this particular instance.
There, bring me results, and I will be happy to share what I know.
Is there a particular rush on this or a time limit? Has she been... Is it a quick onset sort of situation with her change?
She has been working with us for but a few weeks.
If you
Right.
will excuse me.
At your leisure.
And what... Great. Yeah, that answered my question, actually. We want to get a group together quickly then, or individuals to... I think it'd be easier to probably use one of these disguises at a time, instead of setting up a whole group of 6 new spies.
That seems reasonable. But I must be clear. We will suffer no business on sageable property that requires cleaning. You are welcome to investigate where she has worked. However, some of your grander exploits have required a bit of
heavy-handedness.
Dusting
No.
afterwards.
is
Burying
the,
bodies.
yes.
Y'all dumbasses left. Shit.
The Seder Blut must remain utmost legal if it is to complete his business here in London. So, as I have been hired both by that group and by my other employer, I must inform you that any bloodshed in and among Seder Blut will be met by force. Not from myself, nor from Rome, but strictly from German soldiers.
Well, all due respect, if they come after me, I'm gonna.
They should not come after you.
Well,
I
then
have
maybe you
given you
shouldn't be
work
the one.
papers.
Maybe you shouldn't be the one
Why are
pulling
you-
in.
Why are you speaking people come after you? This is...
Because I've gotten used to it over the past few weeks.
That is odd.
You,
What are you doing?
well, you can
I
read
was
it all
standing
mentioned in the
outside a
papers.
building.
If there is a rash of madness, however, demonic or otherwise, in that situation, something could be unavoidable. Hopefully not on their property.
In that situation, I suggest we devise a plan that all violence be done away from the company.
Just shank people in the alley like a good operative.
Better.
We can be discreet. But some
Oh, subtlety is not.
Everyone just stares at Jeremiah.
You're not coming back over.
Nope. No, not until she takes the crucifix off.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Drink my wine laced with blood.
You just pour it in.
Yep.
That was for emergencies. This is an emergency.
I'm down 11 hit points, and the fucking Pope's in the room.
No, it's an emergency.
Aww.
I don't even know what that. Wait, what?
Holy See, Rome,
Yeah, no, I'm just.
emerging.
Not you.
Holy See.
No, I
That
know,
one.
but I'm just.
I know what I said.
That was honestly one of your better ones, though.
Yeah, it was
It was-
beautiful.
It was good. It was highbrow.
Beautiful.
It was solid.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you guys have for Helena?
Did we get her last name?
Yeah.
Yes, Diaz
Yes,
Rios.
Rios.
Dice
Okay.
Ruiz.
Okay.
Dice Ruiz. Dice Ruiz.
Yes,
God, Ruiz.
a dram of
See, you too.
single malt.
And she sips on it and enjoys it tremendously. You guys share the charcoal of the hookah. There are a variety of flavors. She seems to be at ease for most of it. She doesn't seem terribly afraid of you all, and is forthcoming about as far as she has been so far. She maintains her cover of the German accent even through many drinks. So she is
Get her
skilled.
pregnant, and then we'll find out.
It's actually just Canadian. She's just layers deep, you know?
Yeah.
She'd be apologizing. one
Yeah,
more.
exactly.
So, is there anything else you guys would like to?
I want to do another check, just since
Sure.
we've been
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah. Make
Conversation
a
for so
perception check.
long. I'm fucking awful.
I just
Joel,
want
you're
to go
drunk.
outside and sit with
I'm
the
not drunk.
little bouncer.
Okay.
The gorilla bouncer.
Yeah.
So I don't want to talk to him. I just want to sit next to him.
He tries making conversation early on.
Oh, okay. No, then that's fine.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
No, I
Well,
didn't
like-
want to bug him.
Well,
but
like you, I mean, he doesn't get a lot of people through the door, but
it's fair.
but
He
yeah.
reminds me of someone, so I just want to sit and chill with him.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Just gonna sit
when
there.
when the
Cinch.
when the small talk dries up, he just it's cool, just sitting. It's a comfortable silence.
Are you still sitting there when we come back out? And I say, see, I told you he liked you. And I wink at you. And I look at him, and I wink at him. And then I leave.
While we're killing time at the bar, can I take a look at the patrons, see if I notice any particular clothing or adornment that I might be familiar with?
In the bar?
In the bar, the patrons.
Yeah, make a stealth check and a investigation check.
Okay, so I'm not stealthy about it.
Okay.
Because I critical failed that.
Oh God!
But investigating, I'm doing some investigation.
You
That
actually.
is 16.
You recognize a couple of parliamentary members. One member of the House of Lords. I'll let you decide who. And a couple of members of the House of Commons. The rest of them you don't really recognize. There is just before you get up to like get everybody a round of drinks. Let's see who's here. Let's see if I know them.
So I know of you.
Buddy!
That's a critical fail on.
That is awesome. That is exactly what that is.
Who's here?
Who's here?
Why is it knocking indeed?
Yeah.
Ooh. It's echoey in this speakeasy.
Just her doing the entire quarter speech.
Why is Yemen? Hung himself in the expectation of plenty.
Not sponsored by Shakespeare.
Yes, we are. Bitch owes me $5.
So, anything else?
15
No.
years.
All right. You guys gather up the information. You take your file. You have the notebook of punch cards bound together. You have the employment papers for Cedar Blut. You have a list of Haley Talbot's known contacts and a rough outline of her schedule. You guys have your task, and you have your... there's a limit to the number of days that she'll pay for observation, but...
Sure.
So we can observe.
I'll inform people that she was not German, just in case it comes up in the
Sure.
future. I didn't.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yes, indeed. It's a fine accent, but it is.
Oh, that was
The
nice.
name didn't tip you off?
Well,
Well, names are subjective. I mean,
I've
that
never
could've
met
been
a
disguise.
German Ruiz.
Yeah, but that could have been a fake name.
She could have also married.
Yeah. She's not a nun. She's allowed to.
You don't know she's not.
You guys reconvene and deliver information to Arthur. He seems surprised and a little disturbed that other people know about them, about the
Okay.
Lamplighters. He was not under that impression. And
It's not other people. It's the people.
yeah, he
Capital T, capital P.
Yeah, the Pope.
The Popal.
That's okay.
No.
Oh, you're right. She's got something for that. He's got something for that. He's got the thing that make you feel really, really nice.
no.
Get them
I
one of
think
the
we've done quite enough.
things.
Only for paying customers.
I didn't pay.
No, you paid.
High.
Oh, sweetie, you paid.
So, if there is no other business for the evening,
I still need to speak with Arthur about working on the side of the suppressor.
yes, I will send you a price for that.
Okay.
Okay.
And I want my dress back.
Come take it off me.
Alright.
I'd like to point out, by the way, he got you blown up. I wouldn't have crit failed if he hadn't swapped dice. I would have stayed semi-conscious.
You still had a 3.
Yeah, but that's not a nat one. Like, I'm just saying.
Right. I'm gonna angrily strip you.
Just saying.
I figured the Scot could
To
hold
keep
it
people
like
paid. Never mind.
Right.
Again.
It's Crag. I'm sorry.
Wait, what are you doing now?
What? I was just simply pointing out if that you wanted to have people to pay to watch what you were. Never mind.
Absolutely. Let's go. Come on.
No,
And I refuse to go in a private room.
No! And I pick her up and
No!
give her him a like
And I
slap.
just start. Stop it! Stop! Can I fight? Can I please? I would like to not be dragged.
I'll take athletics.
God.
Post athletics.
I'm at disadvantage though.
No, you gotta stare at him.
That's what I'm doing. I'm not looking at this. I'm looking at the drink cart.
What'd you get?
9.
10. Wait. Oh, fuck me.
No, it was 10.
No, that was a 7. No, I can't read 6s and 9s.
Yep, I've been there. I
Fine.
brace myself on a wall. Or a door frame as you're going through. Climb down.
For fuck's sake, take the damn dress off. Please.
Anyone else just hear that?
I'm just going for laces.
Anything peculiar about that? You must still be quite drunk.
Oh, that's fine. Again, in public, I'm fine.
No, it's not public, it's in the warehouse.
Give me back my guns.
Guns are back at her house.
Go fucking leave to go get the guns.
You are not dressed
I
up.
My clothes are all in there.
At some
You're
point,
gonna-
do I get to turn to like a bat or mist? That
You're
would
gonna,
be awesome
you're
right
gonna
about
go
now.
running through South London naked.
And she didn't get to finish. I'm just slightly unlaced. I know how long those things take
She
to
won
take
the
off.
strength check, so.
So we're gonna call it a
And on that image of
Either
her
way,
holding
the laces together, running through the streets, and I'm shouting over my corner.
By the way,
I'm shouting over my shoulder, Lucy, we're bonding! Isn't it great fun? Just
and
go.
you all can have all of your weapons back, but when you get them back, they have no ammunition.
Huh.
I will need that
Here's
back.
a fun fact.
So.
If anyone else tries to use my gun, it blows up.
he didn't try to
If he
use
tries, that's the thing. Like the failsafe is an automatic thing.
So that is part
That's
of
just if he
the
tries to use it.
that is part of the red button.
Okay, got it.
That is part of that which we have disabled.
Not on my gun.
That's fine. Nobody's tried to use your
Okay,
gun.
got it.
He's just
Just
taken
take it.
the
Okay, I
ammo
wasn't sure
out.
where the thing the
clips
issue fell.
don't
Yeah.
attach.
Yeah.
The
Well, I had mine on me, so it's good. Apparently, nobody stopped me with a giant bulge in my pocket.
you have
Oh, you went in with.
You went in with
Yeah,
that.
you said I had it. You said it was there, just sticking out of my pocket.
you said you took
took
it out.
Yeah.
because
Yeah,
it
you
didn't
did.
work.
He would not have let.
Yeah,
he would
no.
not have been there.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
That would have been a very different evening.
Yes.
Oh, I could have dropped bodies.
No.
I don't
No.
believe anyone has any need for ammunition.
There are particular circumstances where I do.
Nope.
Are we back at
So
the
you're
house
gonna
then?
pay me back for this, right?
Yeah, those are expensive.
Yeah. Have a drink.
No, I paid for mine. I
I've
would
had
like-
enough
I
drinks
would like
tonight,
you to
actually.
buy back my ammunition that you.
Fine, I'm keeping the dress, and I leave
Oh.
in the dress.
I don't care to keep this, but I want either my ammunition or money back for more.
Can't you just buy more?
And keep the knives.
If you want to pretend like your knives are any less deadly than a gun, you may keep that little illusion. It's patently ridiculous.
Yes, there's a certain level of intimacy that comes in there.
So you would rather stab someone up close and
Wait, wasn't I with him the whole
Yes.
time?
as they die?
Yes.
Like, when would he have had time to unload my gun?
When you were shoving a bulge into your pants.
when we were at the house.
You had another one. Yeah.
I'm incredibly careful.
We didn't even do a stealth check for that, so I'm gonna call.
Just
Not a murderer.
just take the knives and don't take the ammo.
Fine.
That's
You just add it to the list of reasons we hate the Thanos.
No, I like you. He's the one who took my ammunition.
Really? Because I'm not going to give you the ammo back.
I don't know you had anything to do with that,
It's in my house.
but I was talking to him. Were you even there? I don't know if you're in the room.
In my house?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. Probably nearby. Just
Anyway, thank you so much for everything tonight. Good night. Sorry about the bullets.
That's it for us tonight, everybody. Check us out tomorrow. We are doing a 12-hour stream from 12 noon to midnight. We're going to have 3 blocks. We're going to play some board games. We're going to have our D&D 5e West Marches campaign set in the Arcadian Straits. So some of these guys are going to be back for more adventures there. And then Monday night, we have more Disasters and Danger in the Arcadian Straits, Wacky Wednesdays, and you can always catch the Lamplighters right here Friday night, 7 p.m. Check out Noble Dwarf Printing. We're giving away shirts. Check out our Patreon. Look for the link for Skull Splitter Dice.
It's
Looks like
down below.
it's down below, and I believe for tomorrow there's a special promotion that they are doing for free shipping for International Tabletop Day. We'll put that code in there for you guys. If you stop by in the stream, you get free shipping on everything from Skull Splitter Dice.
So that is fantastic. Thank you to the Stream It Forward community. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thanks for hanging out tomorrow. If you guys get the chance to watch, we're going to be doing giveaways.
Tabletop Day.
During, based on the number of viewers. Tell your friends. We will see you next time.
Nice.
Night.